Hey guys, what's up? It's JP here, and I'm back with Beyond the Brave. So, this obviously is a super hype set for us collectors. There might be some playables in here, it's pretty hard to tell. I don't think the Time Wizard one is going to be particularly playable, but I believe the other one, I forgot the name of the archetype, but that one should be quite good. But yeah, we're gonna go right into it here. We have the little Time Wizard token. That's nice. Beyond the Brave +1 pack. So let's just put those packs up here. And yeah, let's do this because we want these tokens for sure. And then we sort that out a bit later here. So here we go. Our first box, Beyond the Brave. It's gonna be pretty exciting here. It is a bit of a mess. Again, I have not like quite moved into the shop yet. Let's just move that out screen here. I don't think there's any need for it to be in the screen. And yeah, let's go. So yeah, we're gonna be hoping to pull something big here. Obviously the red ice is the big one. But anything else? Oh, right off the bat here we got a super. That's the red ice black metal, or rather the Black Skull Dragon Retrain, which is not a particularly good card, but it is a card that we will do. So we'll take it. It is what it is. We'll take it for sure. So our first super of the day, red ice. Red ice Black Skull. All right. This is the surprisingly we've already pulled two of that. That's the new archetype, right? Or is that the middle waves? I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that one's probably gonna be pretty good. That's the new die. That's the D time. This is a cool looking card here. It looks a lot like what's the character's name? The one from Solo Leveling, the Red Knight. I keep forgetting his name. Yeah. Right. Let's keep going here. That's the Daedalus and Jinzo. Jinzo, our first Jinzo of the day. Very nice. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit more cramped than I'm used to typically, but it is what it is here. The red ice is gonna sneak in and out of the shot here. So let's just move the supers out of this shot as well. So this is gonna be a slightly longer video for sure because it is entire case. So we'll just keep only the more notable cards in the screen here. Obviously we want a full set of the. Again, the only card that we're really aiming for is the red ice. And everything else is like, sure, whatever, right? Alligator sword, very nice. So we're slowly pulling out like all the main, I guess you could call it the Time Wizard cards here right off the bat, which is obviously good. That's something that we pretty excited to see here. Let's just look here quickly here if there's any news on what's going on. Obviously if we're not gonna pull the red ice, I would imagine the next best one would be the Diodora, which has the I wouldn't call it the waifu tax. She's not really a waifu, at least not in my books, but that would probably be the next best one. And yeah, for the collection we're starting off with an Ultra. That's a good one right there. Legendary Fisherman. It's a Atlantean or Diodora card. Not Diodora, whatever it's called. But yeah, so far so good. Let's hold on here. There's a bit of a extra clicking here going on. Not really sure what's up with that here, but that's the Toon. I guess it's called Shadow Doll. There's a red ice right off the bat. Our first Ultra red ice. And for some reason, the website is not loading for the life of me. So let's see if we can get another list here open. So let's see here. Yeah, we got it. Well, this website is complete ass on this thing. Number 36, right? So the full name is Red Eyes Dark Dragon Exceed, right? So that's the big, the Exceed Red Eyes is what we want to pull here. What do we have here on this one? This one is number 48. This is the other archetype here. I keep forgetting the name. Yeah, the full list is not out on the wiki yet, so unfortunate, but it is what it is here. And we're gonna try and save one of these packs here, one of those nicer open ones. This is one. Let's just put that up there. Don't want to lose any of these packs here for sure. And yeah, let's see here whether we get the secret. I mean, we are definitely going to get the secret here. It's just which secret we're going to get. It's either secret or prismatic per box, right? So let's go. Got the bear, the dinosaur. That's the other one here. Pretty good. Let's try to separate this as much as possible here so that we can have a tidier workspace here. But we're gonna pull quite a few cards here altogether, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, Destiny Heroes. We got more Destiny Heroes. That's a trap. All right, so yeah, not sure what happened to me. Suddenly got a bit of reflux today. Came out of the blue. Another rare. Not really sure if the camera's like moving around too much here. I apologize if it is here and the OCD is like kind of kicking in, but yeah, we're gonna try and keep going here. That's another super. Very nice. What was the rare there? I didn't quite catch it here. Ooh. This is the what's it called? Is it a bit dark? Is it a bit dark? Hold on, guys. Let me adjust the lighting here. And maybe this is slightly better, right? You guys can see it a bit clearer. I was thinking the other lighting might have been better here. Let me just do this again. No. Yeah, this might be slightly better here by the looks of it. At least you can see the foils, right? Somewhat see the foils. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Normally I don't have to adjust it too much, but I think today, just because we want to be want things to be a bit more visible, we're going to be a bit more careful here. I just realized the camera's not straight, but whatever. That's partially to do with the gimbal, I guess. So I have one of those like cameras with this it's like on a swivel, right? So it can move around. This is how I get the desktop mode. And ooh, another ultra. So that's only 2 ultra so far, which is kind of surprising, but it is what it is. Legendary Fisherman. Oh, that's our first secret here. It is not the most exciting secret, but it is a secret, so we'll take it for sure. It'd be nice to get a couple of red eyes as secrets, but let's not get too optimistic. Not sure why the lighting looks so different today as well. So I've got Jinzo again. And it's kind of weird that this is this archetype is not really a Red Eyes archetype. It's like a Time Wizard archetype. I feel like they should have done Red Eyes instead, but just because Red Eyes is a bit more, I would say, iconic of a monster. It is one of the big three, or big four if you would. Jesus, all the cards are like flying all over already. That's a bit upsetting to know. Sorry guys. But yeah, I kind of have cards all like all over the floor and stuff. That's the kind of thing that will really piss off people. But yeah, let's keep going. A bit slow for the first one, but that's more to do with me just trying to work things out here. Ooh, a second secret. We have the I guess it's called like a Leviathan. Yeah, this is like this is a disaster, guys. Like I apologize for this, but yeah, everything is like just all over the place today. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, we are sort of preparing to move everything out from here into the shop, which is on the way. It's not quite here yet, but it is on the way. So that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, this is the, what's it called? Is it called Daedalus? Daedalus? Yeah, Daedalus. So got a secret Daedalus and this other one, I keep forgetting the name here. I'll try and get it up for you guys here, but it doesn't look like the wiki is like quite working. Let's see if we can actually get it to work here. It's not sure why it's so slow, but anyways, we got the most important card name figure. So that's the only one that we're really interested in. There's scapegoats. And yeah. Okay, so that's the dice. Another alligator sword. Very nice. These packs are like really smooth to rip, by the way. Ooh, that's another super. Not too familiar with this one. Obviously, I've not really kept an eye on it. There's a CX monster, so Chaos XC monster. There's another dice. There's the ooh, 49. Which one is this one? This is not one that I recall seeing. 49. Yeah, the name is not out yet. There's just kind of a. Is this a witchcrafter? Kind of looks like a witchcrafter, doesn't it? There we. Oh, it's Adamantipator, right? Okay, okay, yeah, that's right. There are Adamantipator cards in here. I completely forgot about that. Only because like you don't really like. I'm not even sure why Adamantipator are in here, but to be fair, like the last set had like witchcrafters and stuff. This is the really cool looking guy, like Igris, right? That's the guy's name from Solo Leveling. This is Thousand Umbra Horror. Doesn't look familiar. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a retrain of an old card. It doesn't look familiar. The name kind of sounds like one of the characters in the show, but I don't know, man. There's what's it called? The Gravekeeper. It's not Gravekeeper. It's Grave Robber. This one's called Foolish Grave Robber. There we go. So 2 secrets, 1 ulti. That's interesting here. This is, oh guys, we pulled a prismatic right off the bat. That's insane. So let's quickly go take a look here. Ooh, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is the Dark Time Wizard, right? That's the guy. Yeah, Dark Time Wizard in Prismatic. That's a big pull right off the bat. So hopefully you guys have been tuned in here, because that's an insane pull right off the bat. And these ratios are pretty interesting as well, right? That's like 3 ultras and like 1 ulti and 2 secrets. Yeah, what are these? What are these ratios? That's kind of interesting. Not sure if this is like how it's always going to be from now on. I don't remember if this is what it was like before. I felt like the answer is no. Like there's no way it was like that, right? Uh, Destiny Hero. Oh, that's the Dreadmaster, the new Dreadmaster. Right, this is called Dreadmaster, right? 37. Yeah, Dread. Oh, Dreadnought Master. Wow. Okay. Whoopsie, I'm thinking too much of the old names here. That's the new D clock time thing. Alright, so that's our first box down. Just give me a quick moment to put this aside here, and then let's keep going. So really exciting once again. So far, so good. Prismatic right off the bat. And a pretty cool one too. That's probably going to be a pretty hefty card to... I wouldn't say hefty, like pretty costly card, I would imagine. Just because it's like the key card for this archetype. So yeah, we're gonna do what we got to do first, and then we'll open the +1 packs later on. All right. That's a really interesting like pull ratio here. It's like 3. Did I accidentally mix up here? How is there only 3 URs? That's insane to me. But hey, I guess that's how it is here. So I guess we should be expecting about this much. All right. Next box here. Ooh, we're starting right off with another ulti. It is this guy again. So there's only going to be a couple of ultis. That's something to keep in mind here. It's going to be this one, probably the Diodora, and I can't remember the other one. It's yeah, Jinzo once again, very nice. Yeah, so it's going to be this one, Diodora, and one more. I can't remember the name of the other one. It's a it was recently released, right? It was leaked, or not leaked, but they released the official card earlier today. That's another Exceed. That's very nice. So we're gonna start putting these guys aside here so that we don't have too many repeats on the screen here. Red Eyes Exceed, very nice. We've not pulled the Panther Warrior, which is interesting. I think Panther Warrior's a UR as well. Alligator Sword once again. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a UR. Doom Guy, right? Destiny Hero Doom Guy, 22. Yeah, Doom Overlord. Okay, I'm thinking too much of like the old names, right? I just can't like disassociate for some reason. But yeah, so far so good. Got the Exceed. I'm gonna put the Exceed aside here, just because you know, you want it to sort of have its spotlight. But yeah, Prismatic right off the bat here. It's gonna be hard to top that in the next few boxes for sure, because I think it's 1 in every 4 boxes. So we're gonna pull 6 Prismatics in total. And was it 6 Prismatics and 1? I think it was 6 Prismatics, or was it 3? I think it's wait. Oh, that's the box, whatever it's called, the Mystic box. The last time we pulled, I think, was a total of 6 Prismatics, right? One of them is the overframe, so we're only gonna get 1 overframe. Grave Robber once again. Daedalus. It's nice to see some of these more nostalgic cards get reprinted after so long. I'm not sure Daedalus is actually any good, but Yeah, we'll see. I sincerely doubt they'll make like water decks good, but you never know, right? Hmm. That's a Blitzcrank. That's Endymion. That's a. I think it's the only card that supports that archetype that's in here, right? If I'm not mistaken. No. So yeah, nice and slow so far. Again, we're kind of expecting 2 secrets and 1 ulti at this point. I guess that's the new norm. That's the it's not Albest, Alistair. The invocation card, right? Invocation. What was it? I'm actually curious now. 67. Invocation Chalice, right? Oh yeah, it does have the chalice in the art. What am I thinking? It's like so confusing because the last one was like Invocation Sword or something. That's another Destiny Hero, very nice. So yeah, this one's a slightly slower pack, not so over the top. I'm not sure if 2 secrets was really what I was expecting though. That's pretty shocking to me. This guy again. That's from the new archetype, right? The so-called Blitzkrieg of this one. Sorry about the doggies. Somebody probably just showed up at the house here, so they're a bit overreactive, and the helper's like not particularly good at calming them down. So apologies for that once again. Dark Time Wizard. Alright. Not sure why the aircon's not quite cool as well here. Not sure if it's just really hot or something along those lines here. It has been pretty hot, but like this, the aircon is like not even cool today, which is kind of strange. Wow, this this one's good, really slow pack, right? So far, nothing. Ah, there we go. That's okay. That's an interesting one to pull. This is one of the things that we kind of knew was going to be a downside to the new sets, which is some of your rares and commons can become secrets, or I guess rares in this case. So we're gonna put this guy down here. Keep going here. This pack, this box is pretty hard to open. I'm not sure what's up with the packs here, but oh, that's another 2 secrets right off the bat. This one is also a rare that can become a secret. This is the new archetype, right? The Ashtraya archetype, I guess. Beautiful card though, really beautiful card. So that's 2 secrets here, 1 ulti. I think that's all for this box, unless we somehow pull in a prismatic right off the bat. That's the red eyes, black skull once again. Which ironically is not part of this archetype, the Dark Time Wizard. It's actually part of Light and Darkness Ritual archetype, which is okay. Dreadnought Master. It's a rare. And yeah, let me know if you guys are excited for this set here, if you guys have done your own openings. That's another chalice. And if you are, which cards are you most excited to pull here from here? For me, obviously, it's all the Dark Time Wizard stuff, for sure. I wouldn't say it by a mile, but it's definitely the highlight for me. Oh, I already opened one. Sorry, I forgot that I dropped another cards here. All right, that's the UR. That's another Emancipator card. I'm not gonna do the peel away method, by the way. If you guys are wondering why I don't just do the, oh, there we go. It is a super. Okay, that's the Panther Warrior we were talking about. We did miss it earlier. Yeah, let me know which card you're the most excited here to pull here. Whether you're in it for the playables, whether you're Destiny Hero guy. I'm pretty excited for the Destiny Hero stuff. I'm not a collector of Destiny Heroes. Don't get me wrong. But oh my god, we pull. There it is, guys. It's another one of the prismatics here. It is. Ooh, who is this guy? Number 39. Two boxes, two prismatics. That's insane. Emancipator Luminous. Luminous. Wow. Two prismatics in two boxes. That's crazy. Right off the bat, too. So I did. I mean, I didn't really jumble up the boxes too much. They are kind of like, in the order that you kind of get them in. So, sort of. If you take like from the top of the case and stuff. So, and yeah, again, we're not. If you're wondering why we're not doing the peel away method, I just don't want to risk damaging the cards. That's the guy again. We're gonna call him Egress from now on because he just looks so much like Egress. All right, so that's the second box down. Surprisingly slow to do it this time around. We're kind of not really in a, I guess you could call it, we're not quite in the rhythm, but a lot of it had to do with the startup. Yeah. But yeah, we'll try and pick up the pace a little bit here because we don't want this to be like a 3-hour video if we can avoid it. I definitely do not want this to be a 3-hour video. Just because I have a couple of things to do. Today is a race weekend, but if you guys watch F1, so I know like most people are probably watching the World Cup. Let me know who you guys think is going to win in the comments below if you're watching it. Most of the world is watching it, so I'll be pretty surprised if like you guys aren't watching it, but I actually didn't see where the demographic is from, to be very honest with you guys. Like my demographic, I didn't check it. All right, so Dreadmaster and Daedalus. Pretty nostalgic actually, this set, I would say. Right, there's a ton of cards that are pretty old school. Two stickers, so every box with a thing has like two. Oh, this is it Dogma? I forget the name. This is one of the more obscure ones, right? Destiny Hero Destro Dogma. Yeah, so it is Dogma. I guess my memory's not that bad, right? Wow, Time Wizard. That's such a cool prismatic to pull right off the bat. This guy again. He's the Ashtura archetype. That's the Endymion card once again. I don't think it's an actual Endymion card, right? It's just it just features him in the art. That's Papa Grizzly, right? Papa Bear. Got the alligator sword. Still missing quite a few cards to sort of complete out the collection here, but we're getting pretty close. There's Papa Bear once again. And yeah, let's put the files somewhere here. so that it doesn't quite get in my way. And yeah, we're gonna keep going here. So far, oh, this is the evolved form of Daedalus, right? What's it called? Azure Ocean Dragonlord Neo Daedalus Rage. Holy cow, these names. These names, guys. Alright. That's the first one we pulled, by the way, of that guy. Which is kind of surprising, but I mean, 3 boxes, you don't quite expect to pull everything quite yet. Oh, that's another Panther Warrior. Very nice. Forbidden, not forbidden, but Invocation Chalice. We got another Doom guy. Apologies for the shouting in the background. It's probably my helper and my wife just having a conversation. They can be a little loud, but it is what it is. Ooh, who is this one? Number 16. Fiendish Vortex of Atlantis. Interesting. And we've got a Scapegoat. Let's see what happens if we don't get 2 secrets, right? A prismatic. Like what the ratios look like without the prismatic. I'm actually quite curious to know. Ooh, that's another secret. This one is number 104. Number 104, Masquerade Vein. Interesting. So yeah, I guess you get 2 secrets because you can get the rares as a secret as well. So that's probably what's going on here. Legendary Fisherman. That's another Atlantean card. And yeah, they're like really loud outside, but I can't really do anything about that here. Yeah, they're like super loud. Give me a second here. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. Okay, nice and slow this one. No double C, no prismatic. We haven't pulled the ulti yet, which is interesting. Hopefully I didn't like miss it and like just toss it. But I mean the packs are, we still got quite a few packs for this box here. So that's the invoked monster. There's the Jinzo. Nothing there. So yeah, again, this set's pretty I wouldn't say the most hyped set so far. Chaos Origins probably a little bit more hyped than this one, but this one has a red eyes. If all things go according to plan, the next one could be a blue eyes slash Cyber Dragons one. If you follow the breadcrumbs, if you would, or Crystal Beast maybe. But I'm inclined to believe it's Cyber Dragons. We'll see. Another Jinzo. The weird Atlantean monster again. Alligator sword once again. Where is this ulti, man? That's the Mediotus. I don't really know how to pronounce that name. Where's the ulti? Jesus. We didn't even pull 2 secrets yet, right? That's the second secret. This one is an interesting one. It is a spell. 68 is Spatial Trunade. Interesting. I guess it kind of does look like a Giant Trunade. You don't really see it like in the... it's not like the most obvious one, but yeah. Like, it's not the most obvious Joey reference card, right? But it is one, right? Because Giant Trunade is a Joey card. Nope. Alright, so ironically, it's the last pack here. So I'm guessing the ulti's in the last pack. Yes, it is. It is this other guy. Forget what he's from the weird archetype, right? No, this is the Adamantipator card. Interesting. For some reason, I thought he was from the other archetype, but yeah, Adamantipator. Is he Conductor? What's his name? 27? Oh, the world's greatest gallant thief. Oh, this guy comes in overframe, right? That's crazy, man. I can't believe that's one of the cards that he decided to make overframes for. So give me a moment here. I'm just going to try and tidy this up as much as I can. Because again, we're trying to throw this out as efficiently as possible as well. Which is not the easy thing to do, obviously, when you're ripping packs, but... yeah, apologies for the, time wasted on this kind of things, but every small bit helps here with keeping the house, I wouldn't say the house in order, but making the move as seamless as possible. I do have a lot to move out here from the house to the upcoming shop, so we're gonna try and make that move as seamless as possible, so we don't want to have too many things lying around. Alright, so that's another box down. It looks like we're averaging about 13 minutes per box, which is about what we do when we open the singles as well. Put the +1 aside here. And let's see if I do get the token. So the token is probably the next big card that I want to pull, right? Alright, here we go. That's the Diodora. That's the ulti. Very nice. It's the first Diodora of the day. So she's another one that you could get as a overframe together with the Exceed and the other 3 here. So total 4 cards that you can get overframe. We're hoping to get either Diodora or Red Ice, obviously. Red Ice is the priority, but Diodora is probably a good second. Yugioh is sort of like the Pharah of this set, if you would. Papa Bear. That's another Adamantipator card. Number 24. Adamantipator Conductor. Very nice. Ooh, Emancipator. Wait, what? No, this is Mikumari, the Sealing Deity Astura. So this is the Astura archetype one. Okay. Yeah, they look so similar, you know. It's kind of off-putting. That's the Meditus card again. Yeah. So far, nice and slow. 2 cosmetics in 4 boxes, which is a kind of odd thing to see, but we just, I guess, it's just our luck, I guess. Get 2 so early. Again, we're missing 1 overframe. I'm expecting nothing more than that, and hopefully you can pull the token. I believe the token is not in every case. I believe. I think it's every other case. So there's no guarantee. The last time we did pull the Chaos Origins token, which is obviously great. Saves us a lot of money. And no, that card's not for sale for. I'm not gonna put it in the shop for sale for sure. It is part of my collection. And yeah, let me know if you guys are looking forward to the other cards, the upcoming set as well, the original artwork. That one looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. I did see the new spoilers of the cards, so pretty old school manga cards that are coming out. Blade Knight is an interesting one. I mean, typically the manga art is like way less interesting than the card game art, the original card game art, but you know, they're iconic. The only one that's translated pretty well is obviously the Dark Magician. Oh, there we go. And Neo Daedalus as a secret. So we already pulled the ulti here, right? Yeah, it's Diodora. She is not a baddie, that's for sure. But still, the question now is which one will be the most valuable card in the set, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be the token again and the Red Eyes, the Exceed, Red Eyes Black Dragon Exceed. Because the Red Eyes is typically pretty good on pretty high value at launch, so that's the Emancipator once again. Nice and slow, it looks like. I'm gonna put some sleeves on this guy soon, but not quite yet. Let's just be done with this box and then we'll sleeve up the 2 guys there. Oh, chaos number. And yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking so far. If you're gonna get the other sets as well. There's a Sky Striker set that's coming out. It's got a pretty cool artwork, of course. I'm not sure if you guys got the IP set yet from YCSJ. That's also a pretty good, like really pretty set. It comes with like playmat dice and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I did pick mine up. Hopefully you guys didn't pay too much for it. It's probably worth $100 or so. So if you're paying like more than $100, like I wouldn't say more than 100, but it's like you definitely shouldn't be paying like $200 for it, right? It's definitely not worth that much. Unless you really like Sky Striker and you really want it, then fine. But other than that, try not to spend $200 on a set like that. Don't get me wrong, it is a really nice set, but it's not like $200 nice. that's just my honest take on it, right? My camera's looking really small today for some reason, but I'm not gonna adjust it too much here. Let's just keep the cards in focus here. It's another Igris. And yes, I know he's not Igris, but I'm gonna keep calling him that just because he looks like Igris. Doom guy. Jinzo. I do like how the artwork does depict these monsters in Battle City. I guess that's sort of like, ooh, there we go. Red Eyes Exceed secret rare, beautiful card. That's definitely a secret that we are really excited to get, right? So if we can pull the prismatic and the overframe, we are set. We are set for the day, right? Obviously, that's very optimistic, but you never know. You never know. So far, so good. Alligator sword, and we are done. So yeah, just 2 secrets if you don't get the prismatic. The prismatic doesn't actually take up another card slot, which is interesting. I feel like historically they've always done that, but like they've always taken up a slot, but I could be tripping here. It has been a while since like I really opened a full set like this, right? The last one was Chaos Origins. No, the last one is actually Revolution Booster, which was actually pretty insane. Revolution Booster to today is still like holding its price pretty well, which is pretty shocking. Considering like the cards itself are not very high value, but I'm sure if you guys are into Yu-Gi-Oh like me, you would have noticed a huge pump in prices here. I'm not sure what's going on there, but the prices have like really skyrocketed, and it's really off-putting to me. Just because, you know, as a collector, that's something that I've never seen in Yu-Gi-Oh. Not to this level anyway, so that is quite interesting that there is a pump. It's not common, like I said. It's not, especially not in the level that we've seen before. Like every single card has been eaten up. Every high value rare card is missing, right? And it's like emerging back at a really high price, which is I'm not sure who's pumping, but people are pumping in Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason. Obviously, this is not like a scalpers game. Obviously, like people who try to scalp this game are just out their mind. It's not a game that you can, you know, scalp anything from. As much as like you know, I applaud Konami for the aggressive reprint policy, and it has like kept the prices relatively low for Yu-Gi-Oh. There has been a boom, a really big pump in prices, and I'm not sure who's buying or what's happening, but like if you look at for SM Blue Eyes White Dragon now, it's like you can't even begin the conversation with like it used to be. You started talking at a few $1,000s, like maybe $5,000 to $10,000. Now it's like at the bare minimum 50K, right? So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I did notice that pretty recently. Even like things like BLS, the get promo BLS, it went up from I think like 1,000-ish to 2,000 to like 10,000. So or 4,000 to like 5,000 recently. So 4 to 10 is like insane, right? It's a huge spike. And I'm not sure what's going on. That's like, I guess I'll never own those cards, right? At this rate. And I think, you know, as a collector, that's a bit of a bummer to me. But at the same time, you know, what am I going to do, right? I should be happy that the game is in a healthy spot, but it's like the prices are just way too high for me. At least on the graded singles, like high rarity singles, yeah, the pump is pretty real recently, and it's again a bit off-putting, but not like the end of the world. I can just don't buy them, right? I know some people who just buy like knockoff versions, like fake versions of the card, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You know, nobody's gonna stop you from doing that. But if you're a collector like me, you know, you love the card game, you just want to support the card game, you know, it is a bit of a bummer. But hey, I'm glad that people are interested in Yu-Gi-Oh. That's something that uh, it's not something that I thought I would say, right? Because Yu-Gi-Oh has generally been able to dodge like this weird like card game hype that has been going on. Like, I know it's completely destroyed Pokemon. It's completely it's starting to destroy like One Piece, uh, especially here in Singapore. Like, there are plenty of new card shops that just keep springing up out of nowhere, and they all they do is sell singles, right? Oh, that's a Albus. Ask Manga of the Infinity, right? No, that's not the one. What's his no? What's his name? Invoke the Anima, right? That's the one. Invoked the Anima. There we go. Very interesting one to see here, actually. Let's put the red eyes out front here because this guy's going into the collection for sure, right? So I'm glad I don't have to buy a single. It wasn't like the Revolution booster where I still had to get like Dark Magician, which, by the way, was a pain to get. Like, to get the secret Dark Magician, it took me like 3 weeks because I couldn't get it from anyone locally. Because they were the only person that was selling it locally had like was like, oh yeah, deal at my convenience at my place, and or not at my place but at a place of my convenience, and I was just not free enough for that, right? So I had to wait really long to get it here. That's another Adamantipator card. And yeah, I'm not gonna like travel out of my way for like, at least not too far out of my way, for a card that, honestly, it's not like the end of the world if I don't have it in my collection. I can just add that on later on. It's not a big deal, right? But I did want to complete the Toon set as that. I wanted to get that for my Dark Magician set. So that's one of those weird cards where I'm not sure what to do with it, because if I do start collecting Toons, which I don't, I still haven't started Toon yet. Do I duplicate the cards? You know what I mean? What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. That's another secret. This is C104. Umbral Horror Masquerade Victory. Jesus, these names, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like never holding back with the names, right? Egress and another Medius card. So yeah, we're definitely a lot slower today than I recall here. Normally it takes about 3 hours to do an entire video, right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I certainly am hoping to finish this before like F1 starts, right? But if I need to miss free practice, I'll miss free practice. It's not like the end of the world to me. Jinzo. Did we pull 2 secrets already? Yes, we did, right? Yeah. Right, so did we get the ultimate yet? No, that's another Exceed. Red Eyes Exceed, very nice. We're looking to get at least 4 Red Eyes Exceeds, right? Or 2 normal rarity. There's the, oh, Giant. That's interesting. It's the Trunate. That's a, wait a second. Trunate as a ulti? What? That's not what I was expecting here. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I was not expecting this guy as a ulti, but I guess it is. So there you go. There you go, guys. Gotta get a sword. Papa Bear. I know it's like Papa Grizzly or Father Grizzly or some shit like, or Fatherly Grizzly or something along those lines, but I'm just gonna call him Papa Bear because I can't be bothered to really like focus on the name here. Alrighty, there's the other guy. This is right. It's gonna bug me here, so let's just get the name out of it here. This is Akusama, Akusuna, the Battle Astura. This is once again, this is like the Blitzkrieg archetype for this set. And yeah, that should be it, right? Yeah, just another Egress. All right, so another box down, nice and quick. Let's keep going here. We're gonna try and tidy up as we go once again. So 1 minute. We are almost a third of the way done. Almost a third, a quarter. Jeez, was it 4 hours? Did it always take me 4 hours to do this? I don't remember. But yeah, that's 4 hours is pretty insane actually. Another token. And the packs. Not sure why the packs are like so hard to remove here. These are interesting looking packs, by the way. I'm just not. Is this the first? This is not the first time Joey's been on a pack, right? He was like on the premium pack or something, or limited edition. I can't remember. Really long ago, but yeah. Let's keep going here. Grave Robber and Doom Master. Or Dreadnought Master. That's another Invocation Chalice. Doom Guy. I might have to zoom out a little bit, guys. So just give me a moment here to try and sort this out, because I guess it's been a while since I did like this many like a full opening of a case. It's been a while, definitely, for sure, but yeah, let's zoom out just a little bit here so that we can see more cards. Yeah, that should be a bit better. 1, 2. That's 1, 2. Let's put these two guys here. Put these two guys here. And I think that should be good enough, right, for the time being. We'll move on as in when we need to, right? All right. Okay, no, that's not right. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, why are you moving around, guys? There's the thief guy again. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like symbolic of Joey or something. I'm inclined to say no, but it is an interesting card to see here. Again, if you're hearing a lady in the background, that's my wife, right? She's talking to the helper, I guess. So that's something to keep in mind. If it gets a bit loud, I apologize. All right. This is the first time I've seen this. I guess it's a rare common. The Asura card. There's another Destiny Hero, Mediatus. We're gonna get quite a few secrets here, so when at some point we'll move them out of frame here, together with the alties. But for now, we can keep them in here. All right. Oh, there we go. Another prismatic. It is. Ooh. All right, not quite the one we were hoping for, but still, a half decent pull. Half decent. The only upside is that Red Eyes Exceed does not come in prismatic, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't need to pull another like prismatic Red Eyes at some point. It only comes in prismatic as overframe, so that's fine. That's fine. That's not the end of the world. That was what's his name again? Akasuna, the Battle Astra. Prismatic. I mean, that's an interesting card to see here. Uh, we're not sure if it's gonna be good. It might be actually a pretty decent Genesis card, but we'll see. So I'm pretty sure like in Blitzkrieg is actually Blitzkrieg, right? It's actually pretty good in Genesis. Not in the regular format, obviously, but in Genesis is pretty good. So that's something to keep in mind here. It could just be one of those cards, right, designed for that format. Panther Warrior. Right, that stack of comments is like starting to fall over. But yeah, it is what it is. Another Red Eyes Exceed. Very nice. Can we get the Exceed in overframe? That's the big question. What will our overframe be? We are hoping for Red Eyes Exceed. Damn, you know. It's one of those cards that I would not like to buy as a single. For the one reason and one reason alone. I know it's gonna be like $500 to $700 minimal. Because Red Eyes, for some reason, you know, it's generally a little bit pricier than the Blue Eyes, even though it's I think this the fact that it's a black dragon makes it like a lot cooler than a white dragon, in my opinion. Maybe that's an unpopular thing to say, but you know, it may be an unpopular thing to say, but I feel like that's the only reason why Red Eyes has held up. I don't think Joey is actually that beloved of a character, which is again another hot take. I think people like Joey, but like he's like I know Kazuki Takahashi, bless his soul, has said that Joey is like one of the strongest characters in the whole of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's another Red Eyes and Scapegoat. That's the Red Eyes Black Skull Dragon. Yeah, so I know he said that Joey is like one of the strongest duelists in all of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm inclined to believe him when he created this franchise. He can say whatever he wants. That's canon. And the reason why I think they've actually kind of hinted at that is that there's a time wizard, dark time wizard. And the reason I believe that is because technically at the end of Battle City, they don't show the Yugi versus Joey duel, but I think it's implied that Joey, at the very least, came close to beating him, if not beating him outright, which is how he gets his Red Eyes back, I think, because if they're following the anti-rule, that's the assumption that they're still doing the anti-rule. Ooh, another rare that's a secret here. This is 18, which is Ars Magna of Infinity. Yeah, so this is the weird one, right? This is a Magistus card, Theo, whatever it's called, right? Medius card, Medios. That's Daedalus once again. I feel like we've pulled quite a few Daedaluses, right? Not so much Neo Daedalus, but regular Daedalus, quite a few. Foolish grave robber. Wait a second, did I just mess that up? Apologies guys, but yeah, I like to sort it out as much as possible so that housekeeping later on when we move to the shop will be a lot easier. That's chaos number 104. Yeah, 104. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so if I'm talking a bit less, I apologize for that. It's really hard to keep going here. This one is, yeah. Alright, last 2 packs here and we're officially a quarter of the way done. Ooh, secret rare dark time wizard. That's insane pull right there. That one's a good one. That's definitely a good pull. Are we gonna pull? No, we already pulled the prismatic, so yeah, that's all for this. Yep. Alright. Legendary fisherman once again. Right, so yeah, just give me a moment. You guys can take a bit of a break here while I if you don't want to pause the video. Or you can just skip forward a little bit here. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Just to keep my voice going. And here we go, next box. I must say so far the pulls are pretty good. We've not pulled our full art just yet. And I know it's not called full art. I'm fully aware of that. It's technically called an extended art. But it is essentially a full art, right? That's sort of the name that everyone's sort of linked to card games. Familiar with card games are going to use, so yeah. Next box, let's go. Guys, that's the dice cards. Ooh, there's a card here called General of Atlantis. I just realized. It's interesting. That's Scapegoats. Legendary Scapegoat. So far so good. I can't say I'm too pissed off. No, not pissed off, but disappointed with the pulls. I'm pretty okay with the pull so far. Obviously, we would have liked to pull. I mean, we can't be upset yet. We need to find out what our overframe is. So that's another secret that we don't want, unfortunately. But the secrets are not nearly as important to me as as our overframe, right? The overframe is all we care about. The extended art. Yeah. Again, apologies if my wife is really loud. She tends to be a little animated, so it is what it is. Yeah, this is interesting card to see. This is 59. What is this? Emancipator Luminous? No, 59. What am I reading here? That's 49. Atlantis Call. Is this like the Atlantis Rota? I'm not super familiar with this card. Obviously, it's not something that I've kept an eye out for. This is the General, right? Atlantis General. I think that's the guy. Yeah, General of Atlantis, right? That's the guy. All right, so far so good. Nice and slow. Yeah. So far so good, guys. This is gonna be once again a pretty long video. I'm hoping that I can do it before 4. I don't want to do 4 hours, but if I have to, I will. I had to rush this a little bit here just because I can't do this too late at night. Just so that I don't disturb anyone else in the household. As it is already It's a little bit of an inconvenience to other people in my household, uh, mainly my wife, but my helper can't be bothered. And the doggies kind of want to spend time with me, and I want to spend time with them too. But that's something that I have to wait till after we're done ripping all this. Just because I will be away next week. I'll try to figure out how I can do the Brave Souls anniversary. If you haven't seen the spoilers, it's not gonna be like. I'm pretty sure the units will be really good. Like, I'm not gonna spoil who they are, but I've already been spoiled. So I will be pulling on that, but I probably won't be pulling on the main banner depending on what the banner is. I don't think they've actually announced the banner, so I will be away for work, so I'll try to record myself remotely, or not remotely, but like I'll try to do. It won't be quite as crisp as what I am doing here. Not that this is like super top quality, but it won't be as nice as this, obviously. But to try and get it, done while I'm away for work, which is not going to be an easy thing for me to do, but I will try, right? I have like close to 9,000 tickets at this point. So we'll do tickets and then we'll see. So that's the ulti here. It is another one of these guys, unfortunately. So that's I mean, this is not the one that I'm really hyped about, right? It's what if I sound really down about this guy, it's just because of that, right? I would rather get more Diodoras, I think, than this guy. But I'm not entirely sure, right? There's a Dread guy. Dreadnought Mask. Dreadnought. What is it called again? Dreadnought. Dreadnought something. Jesus, why am I like blanking on the name? Destiny Hero Dreadnought Master, right? Because there is a Dreadnought Servant, right, in this set. Completely forgot about that. That's the Azuka track. Emancipator. I think it's Conductor. I think that's all, right? Did we pull 2 secrets already? Yes, we did. So, wait, did we? I'm not really sure here. And oh my god, guys, that's the other prismatic here. It is Daedalus. Okay. Look, it's not the one, again, it's not like super hype, but it is a prismatic. It's a cool prismatic, but look, we pulled Dark Time Wizard as a prismatic. We can't hope for too much more than that. But the only real card that matters is whether we pull the overframe, the overframe that we want, right? And unfortunately, it's 1 in 4, right? I wouldn't mind pulling the Diodora, but the other two I really don't want to pull. I really don't want to pull the other two. So let's see. Daedalus, man. As my friend and I used to call it Ultra Star God Leviathan. If you guys remember, I can't remember the name of the show. If you guys know the name of the show, let me know. I'll put it in the comments below here. That's another Exceed, very nice. We've pulled quite a fair amount of Exceeds here, Red Ice Exceeds. That's a Alligator Sword. So yeah, I think that's it, right? Did we pull the ulti already? I think we did, right? That's the CX number. I believe this is the other card that comes in Exceed, but I can't remember for the life of me. Right, it's kind of one of those like low key, like hopefully I don't get it kind of things. I'm not sure what the lighting is doing here, but it does seem a little bit dull today. I'm not sure if it's just like the lighting outside that's affecting the inside or something like that. But yep, that's another box down, guys. We've put 4 prismatics already, which is like I think all the prismatics. I could be mistaken, but I think like that's all of them. So yeah, let's zoom in a little bit more here, and then we're gonna move some of these guys off screen here, just because we don't need them. So we got these 4 and these guys here. So yeah, we got these guys here. Let's leave them up so that we don't leave them too exposed for too long here. We got some slightly better quality sleeves here, so we'll use these. Got the Daedalus. This is the other one. And Dark Time Wizard himself. This is probably the best prismatic in the set, I think. If I had to guess, I would say this is the best one, right? And then let's see where we go with the others. So I do need to create a separate stack like for my own personal collection. That's something to keep in mind here. Yeah. 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Try not to get too caught up in the OCD here. But yeah, 4 prismatics. Pretty early on actually. I can't remember if that's what happened with the Chaos Origins. I feel like the answer is no, but I could be tripping here. And I need to get one of these red eyes too, right? So let's do this. If you guys don't know, like these things are super useful like when you're trying to separate your cards. That's why they're in there. So that when you're sorting out your cards, you can, you know, sort out by sets pretty easily. I know some people use them as like field centers and stuff, but to be very honest, field centers are like really cheap in Yu-Gi-Oh! So don't need to go out of your way to do that here. If you really want to, you can ask someone to give you one. It's not gonna cost them anything. It's not gonna cost you anything. All right, so moving on. Let's keep going. Let's zoom in a bit more here, since we're not gonna go too ham here on this. Nice. We're not gonna go too ham on showing every single card, I think, so we can just really just display the prismatics here that we pull. This one's sort of tilted in the thing for some reason. And that's that's me losing all my hair. I've hit that point in my life where like hair loss is a legitimate concern. I'm not that old, but I'm definitely at the age where that's something to keep in mind. Dreadnought Master. It's got Skull Dice, or the dice cards. Yeah, Egress once again. foolish, foolish grave robber. Not sure why the camera's not so clear today, but you know, hopefully when I move to the shop, we'll be able to figure some of these things out here. Again, I'm not so like well versed technically in this kind of thing, so it's just part and parcel of being an amateur streamer, I guess. If you guys know how I can sort this out, you know, uh, just leave a comment here. Not sure if it's like a lighting problem or something, but let's keep going. Come on, let's try not to get too sidetracked here. Egress. Jinzo. Jinzo once again. Alligator sword. Jesus. Okay, I'm again, guys, I apologize for like how, I mean, it does seem a bit disorganized here. I can't quite just throw it on the floor. Not yet. Once I get the shop running. Ooh, that's a CX number. It's secret. Once I get the shop running, I think it'll be easier for me to sort of arrange everything. Now everything's really cramped and tight, so it's really hard for me to work around the space constraint. That won't be a problem once the shop is ready, but we're still a ways away from that. We're looking at somewhere in November, December kind of opening period. And yeah, I've already spoken to like all the distributors that I need to, so it's gonna be hard to get like all of them to come on board, I think, just based on what I've discussed with them. But hopefully they'll come around here, especially the Yugioh one, which is like the key one for me. Like that's the one thing that my country is lacking is a Yu-Gi-Oh sort of a specialty. And I'm not like an expert in Yu-Gi-Oh, but like it is like my card game as opposed to like most people who are just like trying to make a quick buck. You know, they're aiming for obviously one of two other card games. You know which ones those are. Obviously, I'll need to get those as well if I'm gonna be a legitimate card shop. Like I can't have a card shop without the other card games. Then this makes me a Yu-Gi-Oh shop, and to which, if that's the case, then well, there's nothing really unique about me in that sense. Or maybe that would make me even more unique, that I'm like the only Yu-Gi-Oh shop. I don't know. It's not something that I've really thought about. Like it's not within the realm of possibilities for me. But we'll see. Yeah, moving on. Ooh. There's the what's his name again? Something thief, the greatest thief or something. 27. The world's greatest gallant thief. Right. Gosh, I certainly hope I don't pull him as a what do you call it? Extended art. That would really ruin my day here. That's a Neo Daedalus. Haven't seen him in a while. You know, actually, now I think about it, if I would have liked to get another, like as a prismatic, I wouldn't mind getting like the Black Skull Dragon. I think it's a bit too late. We already pulled like our prismatics, I think. So unfortunately, we're probably not gonna get it, but that would have been one that I wouldn't have minded as much to get as a prismatic. Obviously, like one of the D heroes as well, but D heroes are like, we'll see, right? We still got quite a ways to go here, and yeah, we still got a long ways to go, so we don't have to quite panic yet about getting those guys. We do have to panic about the prismatics because there he is, right? We were just talking about him. Because I'm not sure how many more prismatics are in here. I want to say there's no more, or maybe one more or two more. I don't remember from the Chaos Origins video, but we know there's one overframe, right? Extended art. So let's hope it's a good one. That's another Red Eyes Exceed. All right, that's dangerous. If that was really loud, I apologize. That was actually the scissors dropping right at my foot. So thank goodness nothing happened. And yeah, scissors is only used to open up like the box, like the initial shrink wrap on the box. After that, we don't use the scissors. Okay. Gotta get the +1 pack out of there. When we'll obviously do the +1 packs at the end here. Nope, nothing there. Yeah, if you remember the last time we actually pulled pretty well. I've not completed the Sacred Piece yet. That's kind of like on my to-do list for my collection here. Sacred Beast. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Sacred Beast, but I think we've kind of hit a point where I've basically completed my collection. There's a couple of like loose pieces that are like way out of my budget, like things that I can afford to get comfortably. So those cards will no longer be attainable for myself, unfortunately, unless somebody's going to go out of the way and give it to me someday. But I don't expect people to give up like such high value things to me. That's too much wishful thinking. There's Panther Warrior in secret, very nice, fantastic pull actually. I wonder if you can get Panther Warrior in prismatic. That would be interesting. What number is he at? Number 1? Oh, you can. Wow, that's crazy actually that you can do that. But I guess I kind of knew that because every foil can technically be a secret, including the rest. Like the supers and basically anything can be a prismatic, right? Yeah, as long as it's a rare and above, right? So does that mean Jinzo is one as well? Maybe not Jinzo, right? Yeah, so it's like all the supers can be prismatic. Any foil can be a prismatic other than the extended art cards. Ooh, Dark Time Wizard. Very nice. That's another one. It's been we actually not pulled too many of those. Obviously, we've like a long way to go, but I'm surprised how little of those we've pulled. But yeah, that's like a shockingly, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's that's a mess. That's a mess. So I'm gonna have to pause this video for a bit here, guys. You know what? I'm not gonna pause it. Let's just work around it here. We're gonna. Unfortunately, that stack is just way too high here, so we're gonna have to move some of these cards away. And yeah, this is not ideal, obviously, but you know, it was bound to happen at some point. Unfortunately, it's for this video, but if you guys are gonna hang around, I thank you guys here. I could pause the video, obviously, but it's not a particularly easy thing for me to do, given the setup. And yeah, we're gonna have to start like putting the comments down on the floor or something, just to prevent them from like flying all over the place. So I will tidy up my wife's side of the table later, but my side unfortunately has to be tidied up now. If not, we can't quite continue pulling the cards because it's like all over the place. And yeah, that's one thing about commons, like all this bulk. They are basically impossible to deal with. At least not conveniently. But yeah, you know, once I get the shop, I'll have like a few ways of getting rid of them for sure. I'll do like, I wouldn't call them mystery packs, but I'll do like giveaway packs. So there'll be packs, there'll be like things for kids to just help themselves, obviously. That's number one. And then there'll be a corner for, or not corner, but I would do massive packs, like put the foils in the front, so whichever cards you want will be up front, and then you can just take the pack. You'll have a few of these other cards in there for sure, but yeah, that's how I plan to get rid of some of the bulk here. There will be some giveaways for kids, obviously. I'm not gonna encourage adults to do it, but I will give away bulk for sure. And then yeah, all right, so that's unfortunately a mess, but let's just get back to it here. It's gonna be pretty, it's a little messy, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll deal with my wife's side of the table. Some of them fell on the floor, so I'm not gonna spend too long doing that, but just gonna keep going. And apologize for the delay here, but I guess, you know, it was inevitable that that stack was gonna overflow and like just make a mess. Even as it is now, it's not even staying still, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna go super fast now, just to make up some lost time. And yeah, this might not be the prettiest video, but it is unfortunately how we're gonna have to do it here. Just so that we can have it done in a reasonable amount of time. This pack, like this tore apart, is so strange here. Panther Warrior, very nice. Even when the stack is not that high, it's like toppling over, which is really, really, you know, quite the headache to deal with here. But you know, the problem with like dealing with like large number of cards, you know, it just at some point it's going to be a mess, right? And unfortunately, we've had our first incident on screen. All right. In the future, I will be doing it like, I'll be having like a box off screen to sort of dump everything in. I can't do that here because of the space constraint once again, but yeah, that's something for the future here. That's the Toon Shadow Doll. Doom guy, Dreadnought Master. Mystic Box. Ooh, that's another secret. This is the Atlantean card, right? Number 16. Fiendish Vortex of Atlantis. Okay. So that's a baddie right there. Baddie for sure. So I think I'll just do it by box now. So I think I've more or less figured out a system that's going to work here. So let's just see how it is. We'll work this out as we go, but hopefully this will help, right? Like that incident would help sort things out here. I'm not sure if you saw the yeah, it's a red ice exceed. Very nice, another exceed. The more the merrier, if you ask me, because I do plan to keep a few for my collection. The red ice collection is going along pretty well, actually, if I do say so myself. I just picked up this card not too long ago. Really proud to say I'm a owner of the old school Alti red ice. I haven't had the time to like really display it yet, so it's just sort of sitting back there. But yeah, that is something that I'm finally an owner of. It wasn't a cheap card at all. If you guys see the prices, you know. But it was essential that I sort of get this out of the way as quickly as I can to me, so that I can move on with like collecting and just become like a proud owner of a card shop. My collection will probably always be growing just because there's no way Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna stop like making cards. At least not in the foreseeable future. So like there's no way Konami is gonna stop in the foreseeable future. So I can't quite retire from card games, from collecting Yu-Gi-Oh officially. As long as Yu-Gi-Oh remains a relevant franchise, which I certainly hope it does. I don't want it to like obscure, to sort of fade away. It's something that's really near and dear to me. It's been part of my life for basically 30 years. It's not quite 30 years, but a significant portion of my life, right? Like 20 something years. And I missed a couple of cards that fell over here. So let me just quickly get those. Yeah, I certainly hope it doesn't go away. Alright, this pack does not want to open. Jesus. And no, I'm not going to use scissors. I don't care. I don't care how hard it is. I'm not going to use scissors here. That's the Medius card. I'm not the biggest fan, once again, of Medius, but whatever. I'm not sure if it's my table as well. Over the years, the table I think has sort of I wouldn't call it warped, but it's definitely not straight anymore. Which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it is the truth, right? It's kind of caved in under the wave of like my extremely heavy elbows, just like constantly pressed up against it. Obviously that's not true. Some of it has to do with just cheap material. I bought a pretty cheap table. It's not like a super high-end table. It's like a Xiaomi or Huawei or something. And I'm not saying it's a bad table. Don't get me wrong here. Don't misquote me or misunderstand. It's a decent table, right? It's been a few years, and it's like it's been like 4 years or 5 years at this point. So it's obviously going to cave in over time to like having a heavy PC on it for so long. So yeah, we are done with this box. Let's move on. Just one moment, guys. Yeah, I think this is probably the solution for me. I'm just gonna sort it out here. And then we can, yeah, move on from here, right? So yeah, the scissors is another problem. It's constantly been dropping. So I'm gonna have to be really careful about that. We are almost at 2 hours and not even halfway, so that's something to keep in mind here. Sadly, I'm gonna miss a bit of F1, but that's fine. Ooh, I destroyed this box, unfortunately. That's gonna make it a bit harder to keep a bit later on, but I'll deal with that later on. All right, let's go. We are 3 boxes from halfway, so really starting those lag behind a bit, but that's fine. We can always pick up the pace a little bit here. Let's just make sure that everything's sort of like in a smooth, efficient layout here. Obviously, every time you guys might have noticed here, but I have been like fiddling around with like where to place things, and yeah, sometimes it's like not optimal, but it is what it is. Again, it's all about a space constraint here. Sadly, I do have them, and it is what it is. But yeah, so far, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this video, despite the couple of mishaps that we've had. But I've been enjoying opening this set so far. We've pulled pretty well so far. Hopefully we didn't like destroy anything. A couple of packs just fell on the floor, so we don't damage anything of high value here. It seems not, because we've opened it already, so we'll see how it goes. This is one of those rare packs that like the whole strip came out. It's never really happens to me, but today it's happening quite a bit, so it's interesting to note. Yeah, really interesting. All right, so let's go. Still haven't seen our overframe, but that's fine. We still have a long way to go, so no big deal. Oh, secret medius, interesting. So that's our first secret. We got one more and one ulti to go. That's the second one. That's the Asuna. What's it called? Asuna? Jeebus. Akasuna. Jeez, these names are like. I'm not Japanese, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's a really like a simple name in Japanese, but I'm not Japanese, so I can't. I can't quite. I am Asian, but that doesn't count, right? That's another medias. We've been getting a lot of those for ultis here. Way less. I think the least one was Trunate, right? I think we only put one Trunate and maybe one Diodora. So I'm really surprised at the pull rates for that. It's not sure if that's like a mistake or if it's just all top heavy here from just the way I've been pulling here. That's Neo Daedalus. Very nice. And yeah, so that's pretty surprising. Obviously, I expect the numbers to sort of even out a little bit here once we get closer to the end. But yeah, that's an interesting thing to see here. Am I like too far out? I'm not sure what's going on with the camera here. Maybe I moved. I probably moved. That's probably what happened here. So that was the regular Daedalus. not the Neo, the regular one. And I actually am hitting a point where like my fingers are starting to hurt ripping packs, which is something that I don't think many people actually talk about. Like it's actually maybe that's why some people like those like I wouldn't call them card shops, but like people who do this not for fun per se, but for I don't know. I don't want to call them scalpers, but the scalpers that do it in bulk, they're not interested to see what's actually in there. I'm a little interested, obviously, because I am looking for certain things, but generally I'm not interested, which is why they use scissors. But I'm not like that. I want to open every single pack. I actually do get a lot of joy from opening packs. It's sort of like a everybody has a vice. Mine is clearly opening packs. But yeah, uh, I've noticed a lot of people just like skim through the cards, and I do that kind of. Like you see me like really brisking through the pack, but I do it pack by pack, right? I'm not like opening 5 packs, making a mega pack, and then going through it really quickly. Ooh, that's another Dreadmaster. Not Dreadmaster, but Dogma. Dogma what? Dogma something. Jesus. Destro Dogma. Wow. Okay. Guess I got confused. We already pulled both our secrets, by the way, so I'm not like too fast to like really dig it. We even pulled the Medius already, so that's in our Jinza. Very nice. So it looks like we'll be able to complete a full set, except for the Skull Dragon so far, which is okay. I mean, it is what it is. Again, we have a long way to go, so maybe we'll pull it by then, but we'll see. There have not been too many repeats for the secrets, I think, which is I think a problem that we sort of had with the previous with Chaos Origins. Not sure if they sorted that out, or again, we are not even halfway, so maybe that's why, but we'll see. Not too many repeats is ideal. Obviously, alright, last couple of packs here. Again, we're not really expecting anything. I don't expect to pull another prismatic so quickly. We've already pulled 4 out of like, how many boxes was that? 6, 10, 6, 9, 10 boxes. We put 4 out of 10. That's pretty crazy to me. And yep, that's it. Alright, so one moment once again. Just gonna tidy this up so that we don't make a big mess, which we already did, but don't make a bigger mess. Gotta keep the wife happy, keep the missus happy, obviously. It's ironic because like I'm one of the few I feel like most content creators have like a significant other partner, right, that I've seen. I'll keep one box as it is. I won't rip it out just because I know somebody who's like asked for the box before, so I'll keep it for him. And yeah, let's go. We are 2 boxes from halfway, so quite a few more to go. Obviously the voice is starting to fade away, so I'm going to talk a lot less. Try not to ramble too much, even though I think it's basically impossible for me to not ramble. It's just who I am. And I think that's what my wife likes about me. If I need to talk, I will talk, and then we'll see. God, I'm trying really hard to remember how many prismatics there were. I want to say it's 1 in every 4 boxes, but I can't remember for the life of me. That's another red black skull. Oh, Dark Time Wizard. That's good. I think we have a playset now. And to have a playset before we reach the halfway is pretty good, I would say. That's Adamantipator and Doom guy, Dreadmaster. Dreadmaster, right? It's just Dreadmaster. I'm not gonna look up the full name again, but yeah, you know it's Dreadmaster, right? Interesting. That's the Atlantean card. Wait, is it Dreadmaster? Or... It is Dreadmaster, right? It's Dreadnought something. Dreadnought Master. I'm actually really confused about like the name here. It's called Dreadnought Master. I'm not sure why like it really bothered me here, but we got the Neo Daedalus. You know what, guys? I just realized I've like had the camera zoom out for so long. Hopefully, you guys. I've been like showing you guys what I've pulled, but I'll try to be more proactive to make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm pulling here, because I think sometimes it's a bit off camera just because of the layout of things here. So I think it would have been like something like that, and then you guys can't see. I wasn't really thinking about it just because of how messy the room is now with things like that. That's a chalice, the invocation chalice. And yeah, I think we definitely do a couple more prismatics here. There's Igris. I know it's not Igris, but yeah, again, I'm not going to call him by his name. There's True Nate. There's another True Nate at last. I feel like we've not seen one in a while. Jinzo. If you guys have been watching Yu-Gi-Oh openings for a long time, you will know him as Jizno. Panther Warrior. Did we put Panther Warrior as a secret? I think we did, right? Yeah, I think we did. That one's pretty exciting. And nope, nothing there. Legendary Fisherman though, really nice. There's we got the dice, the Medias cards. We've not seen the secrets yet here, so here we go. And ooh, oh, unfortunately we pulled our overframe. This was the one that I was hoping not to pull, but we did pull him. This is CX number 104. There we go, guys. So unfortunately a little anticlimactic here. This is not the one that we want, but we pulled them. Unfortunately we pulled them. In fact, this was probably the one that we wanted least. So yeah, we'll see. Unfortunate, but yeah, there we go, guys. That's our overframe of the day. It's a shame it's this one. It's probably the least valuable one too. But yeah, I guess I'm selling it then. There's no point for me to hold on to it, right? I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not like adamantly trying to collect like every single overframe. Or extended art, so it's really unfortunate. That's a bit of a downer, guys, that I'm not gonna lie. And it's only one per case, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to pay for the single here. That's CX number 104. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty down for the rest of the video, guys. I'm not gonna lie, right? I think generally the pulls have been good, but unfortunately the overframe is, I believe, the worst one, right? I'm like 99% sure this is the worst one. I'm not entirely sure. I guess this monster is pretty insane. If you guys don't know what it is, this is the Chaos Barian Hope Dragon. The monster is really good, don't get me wrong, and in fact it might actually be playable. but I think as a overframe is probably worth the least, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, right? Actually, did we pull him in any other rarity yet? It feels like the answer is no, right? What does he come in? It's super and secret. I don't think we've actually pulled him yet, have we? Oh yeah, we have. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. Uh, ooh, that's rough, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I can't hide my emotions. I'm pretty disappointed. But you know, we did pull a really good one the last set, so we can't keep expecting to be so lucky. But we'll take it as it is, for sure. It'll be something that will be up for sale in the shop for sure, right? Unless somebody buys it before I open the shop, which is entirely possible. Quite a few people have reached out to me about getting this set, so it might be gone before. So that's it. That's our, unfortunately, our overframe pull, our extended art pull. Unfortunately, it is the worst one, so it is what it is. So one more, and we are halfway done. We are almost at 2 hours, which is insane to me. I don't know why it's like so hard to like open this box. Like the wrap here is just like so hard to open here. And now I need to pause the video for a bit here just to... This is not something that I normally do, but I might have to pause the video just because my voice is really going really fast today. Not sure what's going on here. So I might have to stop and then come back later, but we'll see how that goes. I don't like to stop it, obviously, if I can avoid it, but my voice is going pretty quickly. It's starting to ache a little bit in my throat. Oof. Man. You're gonna hear me pretty bummed out from here on out, I think. Yeah, that was literally the one that we didn't want to get, so... But it is the most playable one, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, I think I might have done that a bit too far off screen. I apologize for that, guys. You know what? It's the borders look purple to me too. I think that's really what like added to the disappointment, because it did look a little purple around the edges, and I was like, oh man, did I pull it? And then unfortunately not, right? So I think that's actually every single prismatic in the set here. Oh, we got the Doom Master in secret. That's nice. So yeah, I think that's about it, to be very honest with you. I don't think there's any more super high rarity cards in this set like to be pulled. I could be mistaken and there could be more prismatics, but I'm pretty sure the overframe is like, we're done for the day. Unfortunately, we're done for the day, right? But yeah, let's just keep going here. We got a Black Skull. Joey, you've really disappointed me. Especially since like the last set we pulled pretty well with the Diodora. Obviously Diodora now is not like, oh, we've got another secret of this guy. Starting to get a few repeats here as well. So like I think the hype for me is unfortunately being forced down by the overframe pull, but let's see. I mean, let's see. The rest of it could be good. We might pull like, if we get the token, that would be pretty worth it as well to me. And worst case scenario, you know, it's just going into the shop, I guess. So can't be too upset here. It's probably, again, it's probably the most playable of the prismatics, like the overframes. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really bummed. I'm gonna blow like a few $100 on getting the red eyes. Hopefully, it's only a few hundred and like a few $1,000, which is, I mean, it could be possible. It's really hard to tell here. We got Jinzo. Was that from this box or the previous box? I don't remember actually. Like I'm having like short-term memory loss here. Oh, we got another prismatic. Oh, we got prismatic. This is Dogma, right? What's his full name again? Dogma. Des Dogma. Destro Dogma, right? Okay, all right. That's not bad. It's a pretty cool one to pull. Destro Dogma, man, cool. All right, so maybe I was not mistaken here. There might be a couple, one more prismatic in there somewhere. Um, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember, to be very honest with you guys. But yeah, there might be one more in there. We are halfway done with, once we're done with this one. So that's something to for me to keep in mind as well. Had to get a sword. Whew. Okay. Sorry guys, we're gonna try. I'm gonna go a little faster just because, you know, we've already hit like the biggest pull, unfortunately. It's not what we wanted. I'm a little disappointed, but I can't be too disappointed. So I'm gonna have to spend money, unfortunately, to get this single out of the way. And obviously, like, some people would, you know, I guess in Pokemon they call this degenning. This is obviously not like something you should do as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, for sure. You always buy singles. But I love ripping packs. Like, I'm not sure if I made that clear before, but yes, I am pretty much addicted to ripping packs. So like if I was sane, I would have just stopped right there, right? Be like, yeah, we've opened halfway, that's all we're gonna open. But I'm gonna see this through. Oh, this one's fucked. Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. It's a bit of a printing error right there from the giant Trune, the Trunate here. So unfortunate, dude. This actually happened in in Chaos Origins as well, if you remember. And it was also to an ulti. I can't remember which ulti it was. It wasn't a Pharah. But yeah, we had that same issue as well, which is kind of weird. I don't think this happens very often, but it's happened to us twice here. Actually, it might have been Revolution Booster. Maybe not the ulti, but like another rarity. Alright, so we are almost done. We are almost halfway. And we have just passed the 2-hour mark. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty long video. Alright. Thank goodness these cards are not like serialized and stuff. That would like completely destroy me, right? Alright, 1 minute, guys. All right, let's keep going here. Nice and slow. Or rather, not nice and slow. I mean, this video has been really long as it is, but yeah, we are halfway, and we're gonna pick up the pace here. We're gonna try and really rip through the rest of it here, just because we're not expecting too much anymore. We have to get to the +1 as well, and it is getting, I wouldn't say late here, but we do need a bit of a break. So if the video has a bit of a chop in it, it might be because I need to take a break here. Probably take a short break and come back to ripping here. I've seen like my phone has gone pretty crazy. I think people are asking me about this set so far, so unfortunately I can't be too negative. I think generally it's going to be a really good set for collectors and players. I think a Dark Time Wizard, very nice. There's definitely some cards in here that are real playable cards that people should not like underestimate, I think. I don't think the Destiny Hero stuff is playable. I don't even think the Time Wizard stuff is playable, but the Akusana or whatever it's called, that other archetype, and the Medius cards I think might be playable. And I think if I remember correctly, CX, like the extended art that we pulled, I think it's extremely powerful as well. So any deck that can make use of it, I think will make use of it. So yeah, I can't be too much of a Debbie Downer. That's this guy again. Jesus. I would have, ironically, I would have preferred to have seen him as a overframe, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say after I've like pulled the overframe or the extended art. But we'll see. There's Jinzo. So we'll probably stop the video for a little bit here. I need to take a break just to recoup a little bit here and then come back. Try and build up my voice again. It's also late, and I think my wife is waiting for me outside, so I'll go out and keep her company for a bit before coming back to opening the rest of the packs. But we'll definitely go a little bit longer here, just a little bit longer. You guys won't even notice it because I'll just like cut it and then slip it back in here. So yo. Panther Warrior? I think it's called like Swift Panther Warrior or something like that, right? Swift. I can't remember the full name, but yeah, it's something like that. Like Agile or Swift Panther Warrior. That's the it's not the Emancipator, what's it called? It's from the other archetype, but yeah. Also, I saw the new news on the new deck build. That's pretty cool. So if you guys want me to open that one up as well, let me know. I'll try and get my order in if I can. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I've like completed my thought process on like the other point I was trying to make about card shops, but recently where I am, there's like a bajillion card shops that's just been opening, right? And they they sell things really expensive. They are like mostly singles and like a couple of silk products, like really old silk products that are not really old, but like they're modern stuff, but like a few sets ago, and they have like five of those for sale. So like to me, that's not really a card shop. A card shop needs to have like everything, not just singles, obviously, but like a lot of silk products and stuff. So I know in Japan it's not like that, and I can't speak on behalf of Japanese people because I think their card shops are like next level. Having said that, I don't think every country should have card shops that look exactly like Japanese card shops. At that point, then every card shop is basically the same. But I am like speaking to a few people, try and make my card shop a little bit unique. Um, it can't be like super unique, obviously, because you know, at the end of the day, a card shop is a card shop. But we'll see. Oh, Diodora and Secret Rare, nice. That's a beautiful card right there. Wow, lovely, lovely card. Glad to see that they're definitely pulling some really good secrets and stuff. I think with the exception of the Dark Time Wizard, we sort of whiffed a little bit on the prismatics, which is, I mean, considering our luck in the last couple of sets, am I really gonna complain? Probably not. But yeah, it is a bit of a step down from the last set for me, but uh, it's still great, right? Everything we've pulled so far has been pretty good. All right, so let's just do this. Then I'll probably take a short break here. So you might notice a bit of a pause of this box here, and then I'll come back to it later. Just because my voice is really starting to go. I've like completely destroyed this one. And then again, we do the +1 at the end. Diodora Secret is definitely worth keeping for me, I think. She's not like a super waifu, but she is a pretty cool card. And yeah, we'll definitely be keeping her. Alright, so here we are. This is box number, I want to say 14, maybe. Kind of lost count here, but we are about there, right? Let's just take a, yeah, there's 10 left, so we're on box 14, slightly over halfway. We've unfortunately pulled a whole bunch of our prismatics already and our extended art, but that's fine. We still have another round to go with the extra packs, so let's not be too negative. The pulls have been interesting. Generally, I think we pulled the best prismatic, which is the Dark Time Wizard. I believe that's going to be the best prismatic, and we definitely pulled like playsets of everything so far, which is good. We're missing one secret rare Black Skull for the collection, for the personal collection, obviously. But we still have time to pull that. Hopefully we will. The last one, I remember we didn't quite get everything. I think we were shy one secret Sacred Beast, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember. Yeah, actually it might have been one secret, like it might have been like the Chaos Swords Master or whatever its name. That really confusing name, which is essentially the effect Demok. Alright. I think we might have missed that one. But other than that, we got everything. So this time around it's gonna be a little bit different, I guess. We're only missing one and we still have quite a few boxes to go, so got like 20 chances to pull it still. Hopefully we will. and then you can relax a little bit. So yeah, what is the name of the new Deodora, or Deriadora? I guess is her actual name. It's like elemental something, elemental elemental saga deer Diriado Deodora, I don't know, Dirado, right? I would have liked to pull that as a overframe as well, but I'm not like fast, you know. If I stumble on one in the future at a reasonable price, I'll just like scoop it up. But other than that, like there's no real rush for me to get any of these. Ooh, we got Dreadmaster. Doom, not Dreadmaster. Doom Overlord, secret rare. That would have been a pretty cool one to pull in Prismatic as well. I don't think it's a particularly good card once again. I don't think any of the Destiny heroes are good, but it would have been nice to pull in secret rare or Prismatics. We did only get the Deso. What's it called? Destro Dogma. Ironically, this one's equipped with the blade, right? I think the blade was a separate equip card the last time, so that's the Emancipator cards. Alright, we're gonna keep going here. Got Panther Warrior. Scapegoat. There's the what's his name again? The overframe that we pulled, the extended art. It's C Exceeds, which is Chaos Exceeds, Chaos Barian Hope Dragon. It is powerful card, right? So I guess that's some solace, I guess. But it's not Red Eyes. It's not Red Eyes Exceed. Red Eyes Exceed actually is not. It's not great, but it is a Red Eyes card, and I need it. I do need it, right? I don't want it. I need it for my collection. Let's see if we can pull another one here. I'm not sure if there's another one to pull, but if there is, that would be cool. I don't really remember anymore at this point. There's quite a few that we've already pulled. That's the Emancipator, right? Is this not an Emancipator? Emancipator Mates. Mates? No, that's not right. Emancipator Luminous. That's the one. Mates is the other one. It's a spell, right? C100. And yeah, we're almost done with this box, so I'm gonna be taking a quick break here. You guys won't notice anything because I'll edit the video, so hopefully there hasn't been any too many issues here. So there's the what's his name, heroic guy, the greatest thief or whatever his name is. And yeah, I'll be back in a you guys will notice here gonna take a quick break and then I'll be right back. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first part. I mean, so far, the video so far. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so you guys can't tell, but I'm back from a quick break here. Had to get a bit of a drink, clean up the other side of my workstation here because of the mess that I made. But yeah, I'm back. Unfortunately, I think you can tell based on my voice here, but I'll probably have to take another break a little bit later as well, just based on how my throat's feeling today. I think the talking is a bit much. So yeah, I've come to kind of I guess my voice is going to be a bit louder now. It's going to be a bit livelier. But it's still not 100%. I am still a bit down from the poll, but you know, it is what it is. I can't be too I shouldn't be too upset because of you know, the insane luck that we've had over the past few months. And you know, I'm finally like living up my dream of opening my card shop business. So well, I wouldn't want to call it a card shop business. It's more of a card shop. It just happens to be, you have to register it as a business. So yeah, overall I shouldn't complain too much, but yeah, I'll try to keep the energy up for you guys. We're gonna keep going here. Again, we're shy one secret Black Skull Dragon to complete the set that I want, with the exception of the red eyes, which unfortunately I'm gonna have to buy the single. I'm gonna look for Diodora as well. I think I might or might not. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's the Invocation Chalice. And yeah, Legendary Fisherman. I'm not familiar with this card. We've pulled quite a few of this ones. Let's just find out what its name is here. Number 7. It is Gorgonic Umbra Horror. Okay, it's interesting. Ironically, Gorgonic ironically comes in prismatic as well. Hopefully we don't get that guy as a prismatic here. I think if I remember correctly, there is one more prismatic in here to pull. So let's try and pull that out. At least one more, I think. It might have been. It might be more, but I feel like it's this many, right? It's 6 if I remember correctly. So let's just see if I'm correct or not here. Again, we're pulling for a couple more cards here just to complete out the collection, the private collection here. And this video again is going to be a little bit choppier than the usual one just because of how much of a mess I've made. I guess with the systems. Oh, that's another Doom Guy secret rare. We started to get a few repeats of the secrets, which is again unfortunate. But it is what it is. The hope is that we'll pull a Black Skull before the end of the video. That would be nice. I sincerely doubt we'll be lucky enough to pull it as a prismatic. It'd be nice if we did, but if we didn't, you know, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be too costly of a prismatic here, even though it's a pretty iconic card. It's a pretty terrible card. So I can't imagine that people being, you know, super like hyped to get rid of it. Yeah, so people are waiting for the prices to come out here. If I had to guess, the red eyes is going to be the most expensive with the token. Maybe the token a bit more expensive than the red eyes itself, which is kind of a crazy thing to say, but I think that's how it's going to be. And then it's going to be Diodora or Diarado. I think that's the. I can't pronounce it for the life of me, but yeah, that's the one, right? I think that one's probably gonna be the second highest value, outside of like the Beyond the Brave stuff. So either the token or the red ice is gonna be the most expensive, and then between those two, those are 1 and 2, and then they might even be the same price, and then Diodora, Diriado is going to be the third most expensive. There we go. Nice. So we've pulled every secret that we want. That's perfect for us, really perfect for us. At this point, it's all like just jam. Like whatever we pull is just addition, is just great. Um, yeah, we're gonna keep going, obviously. At least till my throat starts to give out again, and then we'll jump back in. But so far so good. Really excited, really happy with the pulls. Maybe not happy is the right word, but we had some interesting pulls. I would say probably slightly worse than Beyond Chaos Origins, but not like much worse. I think we're definitely pulling more playables this time around, I would say, or like more desirable cards. The other one we got like the highest valued cards out the gates. Obviously it changed over time because Ritual Light and Darkness. That's another idea. The Diriado, Diarado, Diarado. Right. So, yeah, lightness, light and darkness ritual became pretty playable, which I didn't really expect, but it's, I mean, because it doesn't do anything inherently broken, but I think it's like pretty consistent from my understanding of how to play the deck. I'm not an expert. I've not played the deck, but yeah, it doesn't. It's not one of those decks that puts up like, it's not like the old like 10-year decks that puts up like 5 negates or some shit. But it's really really consistent and it can dodge a lot of things if I'm not mistaken. So it became playable, and then the price of those have fluctuated. I wouldn't say wildly, but it's like gone up and down, and it's kind of settled at where it is now, and that's about. It is where it is now, and that's where it's going to stay. It's going to stay like this. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I will admit it became a lot more expensive than I thought it would have been, but it's not like terribly expensive. And then the token price has like dropped significantly, which is fine. If somebody wants to get that off of me, I wouldn't mind selling it for like a reasonable price, but I do really really want to keep the token. So I think the fact that it's kind of gone down in value has only incentivized me to keep it even more. So if it's like its pre-launch price of like $1,000, then I would be like pretty pressed to let go of it. But now that's like $500, I can't be. I'm a lot less incentivized to keep it. All right, so we're pretty much we've made really good progress in the past few boxes here. We've been pretty fast as well. There's another Panther Warrior. That's fine. Atlantean cards. Has Atlanteans ever been good? I don't remember. I actually legitimately don't. There's a secret rare Daedalus. I think that's a repeat, right? I think we pulled it in prismatic. Right? Yeah, there it is. So I don't know, man. Is it actually a good card? I have no idea. Has Atlanteans ever been playable? I have no idea. I know Mermills have been pretty good historically, but I'm not super familiar with Atlanteans here. And Daedalus, and I mean, it's a really cool card, but it was never like top tier, I think. We got the Adamantipator Conductor. And yeah, let's just see where we get here by the end of it. So far, again, we've pulled all the secrets that we want, all the ultis that we want. Can't really be too upset about not getting everything. Atlantean General, and then this is that Atlantean Call, I think, which I want to say is like a Rhoda kind of card. It looks like it would be a Rhoda for Atlanteans, but I don't know. I honestly did not read the card. Like, I wasn't too keen to know, to be honest. And then we see where Astra goes as an archetype here. I think again it's gonna be one of those like Genesis format cards here. We got the Emancipator. What? I actually don't remember the name. Why do I not remember the name? We've already put like a bajillion of her. Luminous. Luminous, that's the one. Wow, I just realized, like, you know, how wide the range of cards are in here. I feel like there's like more smaller archetypes in here than there was in Chaos Origins. But I might be tripping here. It might be exactly the same. I mean, typically it's exactly the same, but I don't know, man. Secret Rare, that's another one of these Atlantean cards. Yeah. If I had to guess, like the Meteorus cards would be pretty good as well. I don't know how good Meteorus as an archetype is. It's not one that I've played or I'm familiar with. Obviously, Atlanteans I know a little bit of. Daedalus are like cards from my generation, like when I used to play. So that's the other Meteorus card. So that one's officially, I think, the one that we've pulled the most. I have to double check later, but like Theodora's really hard to pull by the looks of things. Like way less. I think we've pulled Theodora and Trunate the least. Maybe Trunate the least, but I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head there. That's the Victory, whatever the guy's name is. Doom Dreadmaster. And yeah, we're gonna keep going here. Asuna, not Asuna, but it's the it's the guy from the Alistair the invoked guy. You gotta do Master, Dreadnought Master. There's the God. Why are all these names like blanking on me all of a sudden? It's like Destro Dogma, right? I know it's Dogma, but I just keep forgetting the other affix here just because I'm like so used to the old card. I seeing the old one. That's Igris again. Black Skull Dragon, the Archfiend of Unity. That's an interesting choice of names. I guess it's because it's meant to link Red Eyes, the Red Eyes with the Light and Yugi and Joey, right? So the Unity, like Yugioh, if you guys are familiar with that card. All right, but that's another box down. Yeah, another box down. So far, so good. We've pulled the last of the secrets that we want to pull, which is fantastic for me. I'm Unfortunately, again, no red eyes, but that's fine. Here to spend the money, whatever. My wife's not gonna be too pleased with that, but you know, luckily she's one of those supportive wives. And then yeah. Okay, I'm starting to feel my throat go a little bit here, so I might have to take another quick break here and have a sip. But yeah, let's see where this goes. Got another box to go. Then after this, we are down to our last 7 boxes. Wow, that's actually pretty fast. Well, not pretty fast. I think this whole video in total is going to exceed 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just slightly less than 3 hours. If I had better editing skills and time, I would edit it a little bit better so that you skip all these pack openings and stuff. But we've got the mystic box. Dice, foolish grave robber. We got, oh, this dude, we pulled so many of her in secret. It's unbelievable, right? That one I think is the most common secret here. I keep forgetting her name. She's got like some venomous name, like something Gorgonic Umbra Horror. That's her name. No, that's not the one. It's a Fiendish Vortex of Atlantis, right? It's an Atlantean card. Speaking of Atlantean cards, unfortunately we pulled another one of those. So yeah, I think at this point we pulled every secret that we want, so we can't be at this point whatever, right? It is what it is. Jinzo and the others don't come in secret if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, so that's fine. That's totally fine. The Akusana of Battle, that one we've pulled like every single rarity, right? I'm not sure if he's gonna be good. I'm sure, I mean, if you're gonna play the archetype, I'm sure he's the main guy, but I'm not sure if the archetype is actually playable. Again, it's probably gonna be like blitz click if you're gonna ask me, where it's like a Genesis format kind of deck, Alligator Sword. But I could be mistaken. I'm not like super familiar with the meta. It's just like I never expected Toons to be pretty good. Sky Striker, I'm pretty surprised. If you guys saw like the YCS, like I think it's Americas or something, North Americas, or the World Championship qualifiers or whatever it was, where Sky Striker win undefeated. That one's pretty shocking. It's like Radiant Typhoon Sky Striker if I'm not mistaken, but I'm like really surprised it was that strong. And it's funny because I've been calling him Legendary Fisherman, but he's actually Fisherman of Legend, right? that's the new name for this guy. And then like Jinzo is like, instead of Psycho Shocker, it's Energy Shocker, right? Let's find out the name of this one. This is the magic number 69. Spell Power Attainment. There we go. I guess it makes sense that Andy Meon's on the art of this one. That is Andy Meon, right? I'm not tripping. You guys let me know in the comments. That's the Media's card again. And I invoked Chalice. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Again, as much as I want to blame like how things are set up in the room here, it is at the end of the day my choice to have done it this way. Obviously I never planned to do this like full time, just because of how busy I was when I first moved to this place, like to my current house. That's another Trunate. It's good. Like I think it's Cosmic Trunate, right? So yeah, when I moved here, I didn't plan on all this, and then my wife also wants to have an office, so we share the office, and then we have it like back to back or face to face rather. So it takes up a lot of space. Obviously, now that she's kind of supported me and I've gotten a bit of backing and help, and I'm going to do the card shop, I will move my office to the card shop, and then I'll try to separate like work and play, right, or work and family, which is something that I can't really do now because the office is in the house. So yeah, we're hoping to have a bit more a smoother work-life balance, I guess. And then yeah, I'm surprised I pulled so many prismatics up front as well, right? I believe there's one more in there, but I could be mistaken. And then yeah, I'm really surprised that that's how it played out. It'd be strange that I have like, I don't know, 9, 10 boxes and no more. Oh, there we go. Speaking of prismatic, so yeah, I was not mistaken. There was one more, and it is the Emancipator Conductor. There we go. She is a cutie patooey. Yeah, let's just try and do 2 rolls then, I guess. And then we can do it like that, I guess. There we go. How does that look? Oh, I should be looking at the screen while I did this here. Yeah, so there we go. Now, I could be mistaken, but I think that's it. I don't recall. There's a lot of boxes left to go, which is pretty shocking to me. But I think we pulled everything already, right? Which is even more shocking. Yeah, we got interesting pulls. Obviously, Dark Time Wizard Prismatic is like, again, I'm expecting this probably to be the best Prismatic to pull. Regular Prismatic, rather. But I could be way off with like the estimations here. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I was pretty spot on with the last set in terms of guessing like the values, but this set's I think a bit more interesting to me, just because it's unlike the other one where things suddenly became playable. This one doesn't look like it's going to be super playable, especially not the prismatic cards, with the exception of like the one that we pulled, the overframe. But we'll see. Maybe it's not even playable at all. I have no idea, right? We'll see how it goes. Got the dice. Alright, last couple of packs here, and then we are gonna take a quick break here to catch my voice and then rearrange the things here in the room. So again, you guys might notice the cut in the video here. Neo Daedalus. So yeah, that's that. And then all right, so I'm gonna try and finish up this the rest of the packs here. I did have to take a bit of break. My fingers are kind of aching, especially my thumb. But yeah, we see how it goes here. I don't think there's any more here. Oh, that's the Secret Panther Warrior, very nice. Yeah, I don't think there's much more left to pull. I might be mistaken, but I think that's about it. So yeah, we'll just finish out the rest of the boxes here. We got about 7 or 8 boxes here. 6. No, it looks like there's 6 boxes after this. So in the home stretch here, this one's been a bit longer of a video than I would have liked, but I've also been struggling. That's the Dark Time Wizard, very nice. And yeah, to see how things goes. So far so good. I'm pretty satisfied with the pulls overall, despite not getting what I want. But you know, as the great philosopher said, you can't always get what you want, but if you try, you might get I don't know. I can't remember how it goes, but if you might just get what you need, right? There's Papa Bear, which is not Papa Bear. I know. I know it's like Fatherly Grizzly or something, but it is Papa Bear, right? Um, we got the Dreadmaster, Doom guy, not Doom guy. Dreadnought Master, which is such a strange name, right? Dreadnought Master. Adamantipator Conductor. I wonder if Adamantipator's will be playable again. I don't think this wave of support does anything for them, but Fisherman of Legend. Ooh, another secret rare Black Skull Dragon. Very nice. That's two. That's pretty cool. It was not like the previous one where we couldn't get the one card that we really wanted. I think it was like Uriah or something, right? Yeah, I think it might have been like Uriah that was missing, and then we just couldn't quite pull it for the life of us. Or it might have been the D-Mock, I really don't remember. But yeah, this time we pulled all the secrets we wanted. Obviously not the overframe, but it's fine. There's Egress. Ooh, Trunate, very nice. Cosmic Trunate. Did we pull a Time Wizard in Secret? I don't remember. I feel like we haven't, right? But I could be tripping here. There's another Exceeds, Red Eyes Exceeds, very nice. And yeah, so far, again, everything's been relatively smooth, other than the overframe, but yeah, we'll see when the prices come out here what it's like. Got not Forbidden Chalice, Invocation Chalice. Jinzo. Energy Shocker. Right, that's what it's called. Yeah, Energy Shocker. Not quite Psycho Shocker. Which is funny because I think the original card was like, or maybe it is called Psycho Shocker in the OCG. I'm not entirely sure. It could be like Android Energy Shocker or Psycho Shocker. The original card was called Android, right? No, it wasn't called Jinzo. That's another Panther Warrior. Alligator Sword. Oh, I guess it's called Alligator's Dragon Knight, right? Because it's the it's not the alligator sword itself, it's the one that's fused with baby dragon. I can't quite remember the name of the card here. It's Alligator Sword Knight, I think. Or Knight. I think so. Could be mistaken here. That's the Exceed monster. This guy is like, he's gonna be my nemesis for the rest of the year, I think. Right? Every year there's a card that I see that like really annoys me. I have a funny feeling this one's gonna be the guy. Unless they do like a Kaiba Zane booster for the last booster of the year. Which is possible. We're not gonna rule that out. There will have to be a theme, right? So we did Yugi, Joey. So if we're following that trend, Kaiba makes the most sense to be the next one. And then that would be pretty hype, right? Then obviously I'll all in for like the whatever Blue Eyes card it is, or Cyber Dragon card over frame. And then when I don't get it, I'll be even more upset. But for now, this guy's gonna be my nemesis. And then we'll see where it goes. It'd be interesting if they did other characters too. So, like, I hope that they lean more towards this. Like, I'd like to see like a Mai set or a Bandit Keith maybe. Maybe not so much Bandit Keith, but Bandit Keith would be an interesting one to see. Just because I think the equivalent of Bandit Keith would be something like a Misawa or something. Bastion Misawa maybe. The only thing about like doing Mai would be that Mai's equivalent in a GX would be something like a, I want to say, what's the name of that girl? Rebecca? Not Rebecca. The one that has a crush on like Zane and then had a crush on Jaden or Yuki. Judai. I forgot her name, but yeah. I think that's the equivalent. I could be mistaken. Yeah, so far pretty slow the last pack. Did I pull the secret already? I don't remember. So let's just keep going here. Yeah, I guess we pulled the other secret. What was the other secret? Do you guys remember? Panther Warrior? Okay. For some reason I don't remember it, but yeah, just looking at it there, it's Panther Warrior. So that was actually a pretty nice box. The two secrets are pretty, at least they're Joey themed secrets, which is probably the highlights of this set. And yeah, next box. We're down to 5 boxes after this. This is our last 6 boxes. And then we do the +1 packs, and then we'll see where we go with that. I do believe the spoiler is out for the +1 packs. I might be mistaken, but I do recall seeing it being spoiled. So let's just take a quick look here. I know the big one that I would probably want to pull is the obviously the token, but it's not the, what is it called? The Fire Formation Tenny, right? That's the one I want to pull. Then like all the Kraken stuff, like the Mako Tsunami stuff, it's like whatever, right? If we get it, we get it. If we don't get it, like whatever. It's not a big deal to me. But I think there's like a 24 chance to pull. So let's just hope we can pull the big one, which is the which is the token, right? Which is the Beyond the Brave token, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. I actually think the Beyond the Brave token looks better than the Chaos Origins token, which is kind of crazy to say, right? I think just because the pose for Joey looks a little better than the pose that they had for Yugi. But that's just like an opinion thing, obviously. There's no like objective truth. Obviously, Yugi's probably going to be worth a bit more. Like, if there was going to be a price differential between the tokens, the Yugi one would probably be the one that's worth more. If it's not Yugi, then it would be like a Taya, which is Anzu, right? Imagine the next set is an Anzu themed set. Wow, that would really catch people off guard, I think. Because she didn't even play that many cards, right? So we have no idea what her deck would look like. Like Happy Lover, Dark Magician Girl stuff. Man, that would drive people pretty insane. So yeah, let's just try and breeze through the last few boxes here. Again, we're not expecting to pull any more prismatics. I guess I don't think so. I could be mistaken, but I really don't think so. That's the Black Skull Dragon and Dreadmaster. It's interesting that they made Black Skull Dragon a effect monster, right? Because historically it's always been, even the retrain was like a fusion monster, right? Fisherman of Legend. So it's kind of weird to see it like that, but it is what it is, I guess. And it's also a shame that it's so bad. I don't think it actually sees play in like the Light and Darkness deck itself, which is that's how bad it is. Nothing there. Again, we're not really expecting to pull anything, but let's just see here. And then we got the next exciting set, which would be the deck build set. That one's gonna be pretty interesting to see where things go. Ooh, that's the invoked. What's it called? Invoked. It's got like a really obscure, like weird name. Invoke the Anima. Right, that's the one. Invoke the Anima. Secret rare. I'm not sure if we pulled one before. It doesn't seem like we did, but I could be mistaken. I've seen like so many cards at this point. And I don't think we've actually missed any card, right? We've actually pulled every single card that can be pulled. Not in every rarity, obviously, but pretty close to it. We got the Egress. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to solo leveling as well. Like, if you guys have watched it, I've had like really mixed opinions about solo leveling. Like, I'm not sure if I'm the only one that feels this way, but it does seem to be like a bit of a overly misogynistic show. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that like the ultimate male fantasy kind of show, right? Right, there's another Doom guy secret rare. I think we've pulled two of them, maybe three at this point. Jinzo. Foolish Grave Robber. So let's see what we get for the last few secrets here. Prismatics, I think we're out. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure we're out, right? I don't recall pulling more than 6 ever. So that should be all. But we'll see. That's a Panther Warrior. Very nice. Panther Warrior. I think we've made more than enough base sets of those. CX guy. My nemesis of the year. Lantern Call. That's the Astra monster, I guess. That's what it's called. I feel like I've not seen this card before, which is kind of a weird thing to say at this point. We've got the Emancipator Lumina. Have I just been like dreaming or something? I feel like, oh, there's one more prismatic. Very nice. And it is, ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Cosmic Trunade Prismatic Secret Rare. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's an incredible card right there. Very nice. Okay, so maybe there is one more in there. 7 seems like odd number. 8. Maybe there's one more in there. I could be mistaken. But yeah, that's a beautiful pull. I was not expecting to pull another prismatic, to be very honest with you. I thought we were done, but maybe there's one more in there. I could be mistaken. We'll see where it goes. Um, oh, nothing there. I think that's the big problem that I have, right? Every time I'm like trying to pull a card, uh, it usually leads to disappointment, right? And in this entire set, the only card that I was really looking forward to pulling was Overframe Red Eyes. So that's something to keep in mind here. You guys planning to open, just try to temper your expectations. Maybe you'll feel better than I do, but yeah. And I can't wait to get to the +1 packs. By the way, there's like some, like the new Sona alternate artwork is really cool. It's very it almost looks like that scene from Godzilla King of the Monsters. You know, the one where he's like stalking the underwater base. It's almost like that. I know that's a weird comparison to make, but it's true. Fisherman of Legend. Alright, last pack here. Let's see what it is. We are missing one ulti here. There it is. That's the that's the mages here. This guy is definitely the most common ulti from our pools for sure. I think it's not even close. It's not even close, I think. So yeah. Another box down. We're gonna keep going here. 5 more to go. And yeah, what a beautiful box this is actually. I just realized I was saving one box for I wouldn't say a customer per se, but like for a friend. Well, not really a friend. I guess you could call him a customer. I'm not like super close to him. But yeah, I forgot to put it aside, so that's on me. So yeah, we're gonna put one box aside here just in case the guy wants it. Maybe not this box. This box like is a bit fucked. Kind of destroyed it a little bit here. But I will be doing this one here. Then token I will take out. And then let's hope the next box I don't like completely destroy, right? Now the +1 packs I probably will have to go like scissors, unfortunately, just because of the nature of the tear off. You're very likely to damage the card otherwise. So that's the only that one we will probably have to bust out the scissors here. So nice and slow here. So that's a rare. The Astura monster, the synchro one, which I don't think comes in prismatic, right? I don't think it does. Oh, it does come in prismatic. That's interesting. Neo Daedalus. And Anima, is it Anima? Invoke the Anima. So yeah, nice and slow. There's a couple of rares. Again, this last bit I'm definitely not like gonna rush through, just because I have my voice sort of a little bit better now. As I say that, my throat starts to itch, but it's definitely a bit better, so I don't have to go too crazy here. And I have my water somewhere, I think. Actually, no, I don't. Wow, okay. That's the dice card, Jinzo. Atlantean Call. Alligator Knight. Sword Master Knight. Sword Dragon Knight, whatever it's called. That's a Dreadnought Master. Did we see Dreadnought Servant? What it looks like? I know we've probably pulled a few already, but like Dreadnought Servant's like an interesting one, right? I think the original card's called Dreadmaster, right? I'm not like tripping on that. Foolish Burial. Not Foolish Burial, but Foolish Grave Robber. Not interested. I know there's a card in there, like a rare that I've not mentioned once, but it's like, who cares, dude? That's like not the one. Is this what it's called? Am I tripping? This is the one. Yeah, Dreadnought Servant. This is the guy. Like yeah, this is interesting looking card there. And that's the weird like litmus, not litmus, but venomous thing, whatever it's called. The new Clock Tower card looks really cool, right? The one with the Doom Guide, like Dark City Retrain, with like Doom Guy at the top. That's a good looking card right there. Scapegoat. Yeah, so this one's a bit slower of a pull, surprisingly. Did we pull the secret already? Was it Doom Guy? I don't think so, right? It could be. I could be sadly, like horribly mistaken, but I don't think so. There's the what's his name? Astura. It's like the Blitzkrieg guy again. But yeah, so far, nice, pretty slow video. Obviously, all the hype was pretty much front loaded, unfortunately. But it has happened to us quite a few times. I'm not sure if it's just the way I open the boxes or what, like the order I open them in. But yeah, it's like 9 p.m. already here. I started around like 6. I did have to take a couple of breaks, obviously, but they weren't like super long breaks. Actually, no, I started at like 7, I think. Oh, not 7, but like 5. That's the Medius in Secret. Oh, this packed open pretty much perfect here. Let's see here. Toon Rogue Doll, and that's a dog. Not Dogma. Destro Dogma. Something like that. Panther Warrior and Dreadmaster. It's not Dreadmaster, Dreadnought Master, right? These names, man, I'm like so used to the old school names, I just can't like disassociate for some reason. Anima, not Anima, but Idris. Nothing there. Nice and slow. Almost there. We are almost done with this the main boosters here. 4 more to go after this. And then yeah, we can get to the +1 packs, which is pretty exciting. Unfortunately, again, if like you guys are watching this, which I expect like, you know, a handful of you guys to be watching. I'm not sure how many viewers I'm gonna get on this one here. Ooh, chaos number. But yeah, apologies for the lack of hype. Like all the, again, it was pretty much front loaded, not intentionally, of course. There was no way for me to know that it was going to be like that, but cosmic tuning. Oh god. So at this point it's like really starting to hurt my thumbs, like opening the packs, but we're gonna endure just a little bit more. Egoris. We are almost done. Daedalus. Feels like it's been a while since we saw Daedalus. Not that I want to see more Daedalus, but Rogue Doll, Jinzo, and the final pack of this box. Let's see here. Chalice. Not forbidden, but invocation chalice. So yeah, so far so good. We are almost there. Again, we're going to do the housekeeping as we go along here, just to make things easier for ourselves. And yeah, almost done, guys. Just the last 4 boxes here. Last 1/6 to go. Okay. So yeah, this one I'll give to like the guy that always buys the boxes for me. This one's opened a little bit smoother here, so I'll just try and maintain it. Okay. Last 4 boxes, and then we're done for the main boxes here. Have nice and slow start here. Just a rare. Rare. No, not just a rare. We forgot about this guy. Somehow missed him there. Man, these are like so rough on my thumbs, man. Daedalus. Once again, I spoke too soon. I was complaining too early about not seeing him in a while. And yeah, back to back we pulled Daedalus, I think. A couple of times in a row. Yeah, a couple of boxes, so. Here we go. Another red ice exceed. Beautiful. The more the merrier. I'm very tempted to try and get like 16 copies of red ice, if that doesn't sound crazy enough as it is here, just to fill up the whole page. But I'll probably be a bit more conservative and go with two ultras and one secret and one what's it called, overframe here. So Hopefully I can get a good price on the overframe. I'm expecting it to be pretty hefty in price. It will probably be the most expensive card here. There's the hero guy. Not hero, but like the greatest thief or whatever it's called. Legend, the great thief or something. I'm not sure if that guy's gonna be any good, to be very honest with you, but yeah, sorry, I just made a mess here. Papa Bear, Chalice of the Invocation Sword. Alligator Knight, Sword Knight. What's it called? Alligator's Dragon Knight. That's an interesting name. I feel like that doesn't make much sense, but who am I to question Konami? It could be the English translation or the English name and not a direct translation. So I think some of these are like not direct translations, right? Like some of them are just like they really have to rename it for English just because it's like it sounds weird or has weird connotations in Japanese. Is she a baddie? This last one? Yeah, she's quite a baddie. I wouldn't say she's like the ultimate like baddie in this set. I mean, I guess she could be. There aren't a lot of baddies in this set, right? All right. Let's keep going. Almost there. Almost there. Are we gonna get another prismatic? I have no idea, guys. That's a small chance. 7 prismatics is a interesting number, but I guess if you count the other one, it's 8. So that's the conductor. Not really sure why Emancipators has a conductor. I can't quite remember what the archetype is based around here. There's another secret rare Medius. Not one that we wanted to see, but it is what it is. And to be very honest with you, at this point I'm like just looking forward to the +1 packs here because hopefully we can pull the token, the Beyond the Brave token. That's like gonna be a huge pull here if we can get it. That would be our best pull. So not getting the red eyes could be made up by pulling the token, which I think is going to be honestly it's going to be a better pull than the red eyes. I think the red eyes is just going to be like a collectible card. There's no way Dark Time Wizard is going to be like insane, right? I sincerely doubt it's like meta contention kind of, like even in a discussion for it. Or maybe I'm just like really don't understand the game here, but there's no way, right? I mean, I said that about Toons, and then Toons became like somewhat viable, so who knows? But to be fair, Toons is one of those things where it's like you print enough like bad cards that eventually it becomes good, you know what I mean? Just like garbage after garbage after garbage, and then eventually all the garbage comes together to be like a good deck. That's like essentially the story of Toons. Egress once again. The trap. Can I put the box aside here? I don't remember. No, it's just sitting here. So we'll worry about that a bit later here. Oh, Death Anima? Not Death Anima, but yeah, what is it called again? Why do I keep forgetting this guy's name, man? Invoked the anima. Okay. desk animal, like as though it's part of the koala, desk koala, the desk archetype. Oh man, if they did a Chumley archetype next, that would be like the shit, right? But to be fair, I think Chumley is like they did Esther and Esther Phoenix, right? Or Edo and Janochi, which is Joey in this set. I would actually think Chumley's more of a Janochi than a Esther. Or rather, yeah, Chumley's more of a Joey than Esther is. But there's no way they do Cyber Dragons, I think. I think it's more likely to be a chess set than a Zane set next. So if it's chess, I could see someone like Merrick or something. I don't think it would be a Kyber. I don't think they would do Kyber like that, right? If I had to guess, they would like go pretty ballsy with the Kyber set. If I had to guess, right? All right, last two boxes, guys. Last three boxes, rather. And yeah, this thing is like surprisingly hard to cut here. Granted, I am aware that my scissors is like complete garbage, right? It's like really like not sharp at all. So that's part of it, but oh dear. Plus one attack. Beyond the Brave token. And do we want to take this guy out? No, we don't. Once again, I'm not sure how many times I've mentioned this. I'm sure it's like more than twice at this point, but it is so weird to see Joey on a pack after not having seen Joey on a pack for like ever. I think the last time we saw him was like some like duelist pack, I think. I'm not sure if there was a duelist pack Joey. There probably was, but like it's been so long, I don't even remember what it looks like. Damn. So yeah, if the reduce in pace is not so much to do with like the lack of enthusiasm, I guess, or any other particular. Ooh, another secret red eyes exceeds. Beautiful. Yeah, what was I saying? Right, it's not like due to the lack of enthusiasm, it's just my fingers are really starting to hurt, so it's like really painful to open the packs. So yeah, that's a bit of a slowdown because of that. Here, Egress once again. And we obviously don't want to damage the card, so we don't want to be too forceful. But because it's so painful, it's hard to be like a bit dexterous with your fingers, trying to open it. So yeah, that's the problem that we're in right now. Just trying to be a bit careful, but trying to enjoy. Ooh, red eyes exceed once again. Very nice. Once again here, the more the merrier. We don't really care about how many we pull. But yeah, more the merrier. Same for Dark Time Wizard, I think. I'm not sure how many playsets we got of that here. Giant, not Giant Trinate, but Cosmic Trinate once again. I feel like we've pulled none of the like Diriados here, just Jinzo. I feel like we've pulled like nearly zero of those, which is kind of weird. But we'll do a quick check at the end of the video here. Or not end of the video, but after we're done with the boxes. Which is not much more to go here. That's the Alligator and Panther Warrior. classic Joey. And it's like surprisingly painful to open, but it'd be really funny if like there was a the next set was Teagata. The more I think about it, or like Tristan Taylor or something. I guess he's called Honda in Japanese, right? Anzu or Honda. Don't remember what Duke was called in Japanese. Weaver was like Haga or something, right? And then do you remember Rex? I don't remember Rex at all. What he was called in Japanese. That's the anima again. The anima. Dreadnought Master and the Meteors. Alright, almost there. What's it called? Spelled something. Excuse me. Invoked Chalice. Invocation Chalice. I feel like we've not seen a new episode of the Chronicle Archives in a while, right? I feel like we would have seen it by now, but we haven't, which is kind of weird. Egress. That's another Media's card. Yeah, we're just gonna, I wouldn't say try and go fast, but like we're definitely not trying to keep pace here. Daedalus and Jinzo. It was a pretty Joey-esque looking pack right there, right? That was the Fisherman of Legend, Jinzo, Foolish Burial, Foolish Grave Robber, and ooh. Yeah, I mean that was basically the whole pack, right? Which is essentially a Joey pack, which is kind of weird. I don't think we've seen a more Joey pack than that, but I could be mistaken. Dreadnought Servant, and then got the Alligators Dragon Knight. Atlantean General. Oh, that's a Media's card again. What's his name again? Let's go pull him out here. 48 is Media Curious, the Power Patron of Illusions. Jesus, that name. Good lord, man. Those names, man. I swear, Konami, like, they have some of the wackiest like names imaginable, right? We have Scapegoat or Sleepy Scapegoat. Okay, another Atlantean card here. Sorry about the card slipping here. I'm getting a little bit sloppy with the stacking here, but we're almost done, so not that big of a deal, I think. I think. That's Emancipator Luminous. And yeah, last pack of this box. Ooh. All right, nice and simple. Let's pull one of these guys out here as well. No, not this one. This one's like broken, so let's go. Last two boxes. And then let's see if we get lucky with the class 1 pack here. If you guys are wondering why it's taking me so long, it's just, yeah, trying to get these two things out here. Like, can I see it? Yeah, there we go. Like the token and the divider. Again, we have to try and be a little bit more organized moving forward. Obviously, when I get the shop, like the whole layout is going to be different. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem then. But while we're still here in my house, it's gonna be, yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll get there eventually, guys, I promise. That's Jinzo, and I forgot to move this, guys, so give me a moment here. Okay, where were we? Yeah, second last box. We're getting really close to the end here. That's skillful and great. You know, it's graceful and skull dice, right? Which is a terrible card, if I'm not mistaken. You got Jinzo. It's a shame that the art looks so cartoony for the Jinzo. Fisherman of Legend, that's Daedalus and Alligators. Dragon Knight. I think it was previously called Alligator Sword Dragon, right? Which I'm not even sure if that's a better name, or is this one a better name, but they both sound pretty weird to me. All right. Ooh. Like, you guys can't see it, but like I feel like a giant paper cut, like giant paper cut. And it really, really hurts. But, yeah, we're gonna endure just a little bit more to go. Ooh, Conductor. We got the Adamantipator Conductor in Secret Rare. I think that's the second one we pulled. I can't remember, but I feel like that's the case. Oh, nothing too interesting there. The Enema. Dark Time Wizard, very nice. Again, the more Dark Time Wizards we pull, the better. Dreadnought Master. That art for Dreadnought Master, by the way, like, beautiful art, beautiful art. Panther Warrior. Igris. We're definitely getting there, guys. Medias and Atlantean Call. I think we pulled Dark Time Wizard in every rarity possible, right? Which is basically 3, right? We got the Prismatic, I think we got Secret and we got the UR, right? Am I mistaken about that? I'll double check later just to be sure, but I'm hoping I got every one of them. Red Eyes Exceed. Sleepy Scapegoats. Yeah, apologies for like the slightly reduced pace here. Again, it's like really painful on my finger. But we're almost done. This is the second last box, guys. And then yeah, we're call it a day after the +1 packs. Oh, that's Doom guy. What's his actual name, right? Destiny Hero. Let's go find out here just to be. Doom Overlord, right? Doom Overlord. Oh Jesus. Okay, it's a pretty badass name for a pretty like not so badass card. Ooh, there's the Betty herself. This is Mikumari, the Sealing Deity Estura. Beautiful card. Really beautiful card, actually. Can you see? Can you guys see? Does it focus? Not quite focusing yet. Let me see if this helps. Yeah, look at her. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Really beautiful. I think that's the second one we pulled. I could be mistaken, but yeah. Not too many of her as well. Black Skull. So yeah, let me know what you guys think here. Obviously, like participation in the videos is really appreciated, especially when it comes to feedback here. There we go. That's a beautiful card. Diriado. Diriado. Which is obviously like the waifu of the set, I guess. I wouldn't call her a waifu, but you know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. The anima. Not a anima, it is the anima. Legend, Fisherman of Legend. Back to her again. Foolish Grave Robber. Yeah, nothing too interesting there. All right, last 25 packs, guys. Last 25 packs. There we go. All right, so give me a quick moment here to set up this last stack. And here we go, guys. Final box. The final box here. I can't wait to like redo this like set rotation 13 here. We're done with like set rotation 12 obviously. I don't always keep the boxes, but you know, like I didn't keep any Chaos Origins boxes for myself, but this one looks really good, so I'm gonna keep one for myself just because. And then yeah, final pack, final box here. I don't think we're gonna get another prismatic, which is fine. You know, we can't expect miracles all the time here. Ooh, Diodora. Riado in secret rare. Very nice. Right off the bat though, jeez. We got the Medius card. This is like the best part where like, because I'm keeping a couple of boxes aside, I can just like toss the packs into the case. So yeah, final stretch guys. Let's see if we can pull anything crazy here. Is there anything that we'll really want? I don't think we'll get another prismatic unless I'm tripping here. But ooh, let's see. What would I really want? I don't really know actually. I don't really know. I think we've actually legitimately pulled everything other than the overframe that we desired. So that's pretty good, all things considered here. So yeah, it's not actually really nice to be in a situation where like I don't really want to buy anything other than one card. Unfortunately, it's going to be like the single most expensive card. Other than the token. So let's just see if we pull the token. That's Lumina, Emancipated Lumina. And yeah, we are almost done here, which is kind of crazy here. Again, this is probably like the longest case opening. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just getting a bit old or tired maybe, because I've been up since 4 a.m. It's like 9 p.m. here, so that's pretty insanely long time. Oh my goodness, guys. We'll save it. We're saving it. We're saving it. I have no idea what it was, but we are saving it. My goodness, guys. What do you think it is? Let me know. Let me know. Pause the video. Type it in. What do you think it is? It is a prismatic. It's not going to be an overframe, so don't get too crazy about that. But yeah, let's just see what it is here. Whew. You know what? Ironically, I wouldn't mind a repeat if it's... excuse me. I wouldn't mind a repeat. I wouldn't mind if it's like a second dark time wizard. I wouldn't mind it at all. Is there any other prismatic that I would want? I think not. I think not. Maybe let's just run through the list here and see whether there's anything that I would really want here. Nope, not interested in that. Not interested in that. Maybe the Mikumari. Mikumari would be good. Panther Warrior can be in prismatic as well. That's interesting. I wouldn't mind that. Conductor could be in prismatic. Black Skull. Wait a second. Ooh, that would be really nice if it was Black Skull. I'm not gonna lie. That's if it could be Black Skull. That would be the one that I want. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't get too disappointed here. Anything else that it could be? Oh Jesus! There's some like spells other than you know what? Either Trunate or this as a spell is fine as well. I don't think there's anything else here. It could be. So yeah, it'd be nice to get the other Daedalus. That's a pretty good one as well. So let's see what we get here. No point speculate so much here. Let's just rush to it here, because I am pretty excited here. Our last ulti is a Diodora, so Diriado. how do we pronounce her name again? uh, it's like an exceptionally. It's Elemental Saga Diriado. Diriado. Keep saying Diadora, which is wrong. It's the other way around. Igris. Gosh, you know what? I can't believe it. We're actually gonna do like some last pack magic bullshit. I don't know if we've ever done it before on the channel. I feel like the answer's no, but I could be tripping. I could be tripping. Actually, yeah, I think now that I think hard enough, I do believe it's sort of happened before. Last pack magic, I think. Or not last pack magic, but like last box magic. Then I keep it for last, right? Doom guy, Doom Overlord. Fisherman of Legend, Alligator Sword, Alligator's Knight, Dragon Knight. Is that like a Master Dragon Knight kind of reference? Such a strange name for it here. Alright, so we're almost there. Almost there before we go back to that pack here. Daedalus once again. Is it a sign that we're gonna get Neo Daedalus in Prismatic? Maybe. Maybe. Dreadnought Master. Ooh. If it was her, that would be really good as well. She's the baddie of the set, for sure. I guess Diadora is sort of the waifu, and then the Asuna card is like the baddie. Did we get both secrets out of here already? I feel like we haven't, but maybe I'm tripping here. Okay, nice and slow. Couple more, last couple packs. Igris. Alright, so it is 8 prismatics. I'm not tripping here. That's so weird. I don't remember it ever being 8 prismatics, but yeah, Jinzo. This is the final pack, or rather the last pack that we'll be ripping from the main boosters. Ooh, Neo Daedalus in secret rare. Alright. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Don't care. That's the weird golem. This is the Atlantean city. And oh yes, yo, 2 prismatic secret rare dark time wizard. Yo, that's crazy. That might be like the most insane thing to pull, right? I think. Yo, that's crazy, yo. Alright, so that's ending it on a pretty good note, all things considered. Prismatics and all that other stuff. So we're going to do the +1 packs here. We've got 24 of these to go. We're going to be really careful. We're going to cut them one at a time here, just to make sure we don't destroy any cards here. So yeah, here we go. Let's move these guys off screen here. Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. It's been a roller coaster for sure. Lots of highs, lots of lows here. Let's go. First of the packs here. Ooh, secret red. Uh, Fire formation Tenny. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. That's right off the bat too. All right. I wish my scissors was like sharper, man. We have. Ooh, this is dystopia. No, it's not dystopia, right? What's this guy's name again? What is this guy's name? Why am I blanking on the name? Um, it's not dystopia. Dustopia? Maybe? I think it's Dustopia, right? So yeah, that's crazy, yo. Just do it like that, I guess. Not gonna be too many here to show, so. Alright, next pack here. Getting pretty excited here. Let's see what we can get here. We're gonna get one prismatic from this, guys. If I remember correctly. So let's see here. Ooh, there we go. This is secret red. That's Destiny Hero. Dustopia. This is Dystopia. The other one's Dustopia, right? I'm super unfamiliar with Destiny Heroes, man. I'm not gonna lie. Especially like the more nuanced ones from like the manga, which is where this one's from. Yo! Prismatic Fire Formation Tangy. Yo, that's crazy. That's insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Yo, this might be the best one to pull. That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yo, yo, yo. All right. The only way this gets better is if we can pull the token, right? So let's see if we can pull the token. Can we get the Beyond the Brave? We have, oof, Emancipator, Seeker? Is he Seeker? And he looks like Seeker, right? Or is he Analyzer? He's Seeker, right? Seeker. That's Ultra. We have. Ooh, is this 7th Tachyon? Yeah, 7th Tachyon. 7th Ascension, rather, not 7th Tachyon. 7th Tachyon is the end of the card. Oh, there's no such card as 7th Tachyon. 7th something. Alright, next pack here. Let's see, we have Secret Rare Ocean Dragon Lord Kirarushi? Kairu. Oh god. It's Shin, right? That's the one. Does that mean we're not gonna get a token? Ooh, Secret Rare Sona? Alternate art? Fish Sona? Yeah, I think that means we're not getting the token, unfortunately. That's like way more secrets than I remembered getting the last time. We have, that's the trap here. What's it called? Dark Reef, I think. Yeah, I'm like, again, there's a bit of a downer here, unfortunately, but we'll see it through. This is Analyzer, Emancipator Analyzer. We have Ryokushin, or not Ryokushin, but Kairushin, Ocean Dragon Lord. We're gonna do this Dustopia. Sona, Fish Sona. The alternate art one, of course. So yeah, these guys are taking up way more space than I thought, right? So let's try and narrow it down a little bit here so that they all fit into the screen here. There we go. There we go. We'll deal with it as it comes. I'm going to try and open on this as perfectly as I can to keep it, if I can. So this one's going to be the lucky pack here that I'm going to try my best to salvage here. Ooh, I actually did it here. So this one's going to be really hard to do. I'm not going to do this for every single pack here, just because, you know, it risks damaging the card so much here. Alright, so this is how we're going to try and open it, right? We have another Sona. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not getting the sadly we're not gonna get it. There's no way here. That's like 6 secrets, 5 secrets, and prismatic. I don't ever recall it being this many. I could be tripping. Maybe I'm just being too much of a Debbie Downer here, but I definitely don't remember this many secrets the last time. That's the jellyfish. I think it's electric jellyfish. Not electric eel, of course. We have secret rare. Yeah, definitely not getting it at this point. Secret rare. Kraken, not Kraken. Dark reef here. So we got 2 sonars, 2 fire formations, and then yeah, there we go. Pretty crazy actually that this is what we're getting here. Still, let's just see it to the end here. It's not gonna be, it's not all sunshine and rainbows obviously, but this is disc Celestial, right? Is this Celestial? I think it's Celestial. Again, I'm not super familiar with the Destiny heroes here. This commander is the other one, the one that literally has like CDs on his back. Here we go. We have, ooh, this is Trap Trick, the AA for Trap Trick, right? The alternate art. Very nice. Not expecting too many repeats here, but let's see here. Oh, what the heck? Another secret rare? Dustopia? Man. Alright, so this was not like the greatest box, obviously. The last time we got insanely lucky here. But we'll take it as it is here. This is Emancipator. Risen, I think. Alright, let's just open up the last few packs here. We have Doom Kraken. Celestial secret rare. Yeah, there's definitely no shot here. Next up we have Fire Formation Tenny. Alternate art, very nice. That's the UR. And the final pack, guys. It's not gonna be it. I don't believe so. But yeah, unfortunately, a bit of a disappointing opening here. But yeah, let's just see what we get here. We have Analyzer. All right, so there we go. That's the end of this pack opening, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a bit up and down, obviously, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and enjoy to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been JP signing out.